no shows. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up. Cop on no shows. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up.
Run the track.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. We are back. Another live stream, another video, another load of transfer news. Fucking hell, man. The window's only been open for about 3-4 days. It's been ridiculous. Plenty to get into in today's stream. Mount, Havertz, Caicedo. Who else? We got the whole stake thing that everyone's been going crazy about over the last 24 hours or so. So we're going to get into that too. Conor Gallagher, Kovacic. We've got a little bit of news on Ian Maatsen. Bit on Brozier as well. He could potentially be involved in the Caicedo deal. That's about it for now. Because there's so much that's already come out. Even during the timer, Felix dropped a little bit on Nicholas Jackson that we might touch on before I send the link out, but I'm probably not gonna do it. It depends. It's not that deep. Big up everybody that's in here though. Hit the like button, subscribe. Big up to my guy Sean. Big up to Tyler. Big up to Fraser, Jacob. Big up to Javi saying 30-minute waffle sesh. Why are you saying it's a waffle sesh, my guy? But big up, brother. Big up to Warrior. Love for the love. Sean as well. Alex says not only has he been late for 15 minutes, but he's also added 2. That's within the 15 minutes, to be fair. But I had to sort out the thumbnail. It just took ages to sort out the steak logo and everything, but figured it out in the end. To be honest, there's probably no better place to start off than the steak deal and everything. Let me just get one of the tweets up. Where is this? Nope, that's the Havertz news. That's the wrong one. So obviously, steak looks very likely to be our sponsor for next season. A lot of people are pissed off about it. To me, my only thing was that it just looks like a little bit of an ugly logo, to be honest. But one thing I've noticed, and I feel like I've fallen for it again, kits never really look good the first time you look at them. And then it's like the more you look at them, the more you get used to them. They're not really as bad as you make them out to be. Now, I don't care about the gambling thing and everything like that. Fact is, like, half the Premier League already has gambling sponsors. They're only going to be here for a year and they're going to be gone. They're still offering us better money than anybody else is offering us right now. So what's really the complaint? Unless it's from a religious perspective. And if it's a religious perspective, okay, I understand it from your point of view. I hope Chelsea do something similar to what West Ham do, where they sell unsponsored shirts. I think I've got that on the big screen as well. Here it is. Yeah, for all the people who can't really wear betting sponsors due to religious reasons, hopefully they do something like what West Ham do, where they do unsponsored kits. Other than that, I don't see the problem. I really don't see that much of an issue. I know people are talking about gambling kills and everything, but come on, like we're in England. English football culture is so centered around alcoholism and drugs and things that would kill you as well that are normalized within society. And then we're going to try and denormalize gambling. Like, fair enough, that's one evil, fine. But, I mean, we could have the same energy for all the other evils that are associated around football. To me, it's like we have steak for a year. I don't really like it because it looked like shit, but even after a day, it's kind of starting to grow on me a little bit. See what happens. I don't think anyone else is going to come in for our shirt sponsorship deal, so it's probably going to be steak. Ah, well. It just looks a bit mid-table to me. That's all. It just looks a little bit mid-table. That's about it. Let me know what you guys are saying anyway. I did see Jesters was here earlier going off about it. Where was his comments? Alcohol's destroyed more lives than gambling. Please stop. Your hypocrisy is showing. That's why I'm not annoyed about it because of the gambling situation. My only issue was initially that it looked like shit. But I don't know. Kits always look better when you see the players wearing them and when you see them actually being used instead of just on a mannequin or something or as a base layer. So I don't know. It's nothing to really get too annoyed about. I guess the one thing you maybe could say is like I kind of did expect Bowley and the new regime to be a bit stronger on the commercial side, especially when they said the old regime never really maximized that side of the club. But I guess being out of the Champions League and, out of Europe and looking for a sponsor hasn't helped us out. I know people will look back towards 15-16, but we already had Yokohama Tires on a multi-year contract at that time. So it's not really the same. It's not really the same at all. I don't care. It looks a little bit too Everton or Watford for my liking, but that's about the worst of it. That's about as bad as it would get. What else? We literally gave a no gambling foundation. Our sponsor is a gambling company. That's funny, to be fair. But I don't get the anger about it unless, let's say you're a Muslim or something and you can't be involved with gambling in any way, shape, or form. But then that's up to the club, in my opinion, to try and cater to you guys with unsponsored kits. So at least they're only here for a year. The issue is that the logo is terrible. That's the worst part of it. What else? Looks like an ugly logo. Yeah, but again, if there's an unsponsored kit, I feel like that suits everybody. If I'm still not really sold on steak by then, I'd probably just get an unsponsored kit. So it's as simple as that. Other than that, there's no real issue. Oh shit, yeah, Pulisic scored twice yesterday. I need to see the goals though. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't even know the USA was playing. Oh, right. So now we got through all the steak shit. Let's get into the transfer news. We will start off with the latest on the meaty German, which is Kai Havertz. Josh again as well says, I'll take the 44 million. That's it. We took the best deal available to us at the time. What do you want to do? Like them to take nothing? Like we're already saying we need to sell to buy in terms of bringing in players. This is another 40 million in the bank. If that gets us a quality player, who is really complaining? That's it. Big up Taha. I hope you did well with your exams. Kante new deal. I did see this get reported, but how the fuck does that make sense when he's literally signed a contract without ETL? That doesn't make any sense. It must be a typo or something, or I don't know. Something's going on that don't make any sense. Don't make any sense at all. On to the latest Kai Havertz news, though. Arsenal are set to send a bid to Chelsea in excess of 55 million for Kai Havertz. In excess kind of makes me think this could be close to the 60 million that was apparently going to leave both sides happy. I don't know if Chelsea immediately accept. Could be a here we go tonight. Could be. Kind of hope not. Hopefully it would be tomorrow morning or afternoon. That would be a lot more ideal for me personally. But this could be done soon. Or Chelsea could potentially be waiting for other clubs to get involved as well. Because I did remember seeing a little piece about Bayern potentially coming in for him too. Let me just see where I can find that. Angelo Mangiante also said Havertz is very close to joining Arsenal last night, but whatever. That was it. Mia San Mia, CF Bayern, and Alto Betty said Bayern Munich are in for Havertz. However, Arsenal is a much more serious option, and Kai Havertz's preference is to stay in the Premier League. Which doesn't really make much sense to me, seeing as last week Madrid was the dream, and that was going to be his number one destination or something. Now he wants to stay in the Premier League. Personally, I think he's just whoring himself out to the whole of Europe. And whoever takes him first is whoever takes him. Arsenal is just the easiest move for him. It means he doesn't have to move his family, doesn't even have to move that far in general. He's just going to go up to North London. He's getting a pay rise as well, which is going to be up to 200 to 250k a week. And I've seen people try to justify this by saying, oh, Chelsea were going to re-sign him on less money that he's on. Good. That's what he deserves. Fair play to Kai because, I don't think even he expected to luck out on a deal like this. But whatever. The bum's going to leave. People are still trying to defend him, even though he's trying to go to Arsenal. Whatever. Funniest thing I've seen on the timeline is Arsenal fans trying to act like this is a good thing, even though they were literally cussing him out a week or over the last 3 years. Let me bring this up. Every day I find some stupidness on the timeline. It's fucking hilarious. Chelsea's best player in the last 5 years is literally begging to join us. Their second best is eager to join United. Tells you how finished they are. A brother said our best player in the last 5 years. That includes the time that Eden Hazard was at the club, by the way. That includes N'Golo Kante, Andreas Christensen, Thiago Silva, all of these GOATs. This is what he's... And Mount's second best as well, by the way. And then, this is what they've been saying for the last year about this guy. I cannot be bothered, bruv. It's ridiculous. Get this Havertz guy out, man. And he's an Arsenal fan. Chelsea fans protect Havertz too much. This Havertz guy is so annoying. How long is he going to live off the goal in Porto for? Probably not too long with you guys. I even saw Babs put a tweet saying something about Havertz being a left centre mid. They've already come up with a new formation for him, people. They've already come up with a new formation. Now they want to try him in midfield. Good luck, because that brother does not have the same physicality that Xhaka has. Doesn't have the same defensive awareness. Ain't good defensively, full stop, actually. All he's going to give you is a little bit of work rate. But that's going to be your problem. I can't wait, man. We are no longer going to have these debates over his position. And just get me to the here we go. Because I'm saving the rest of this for the here we go stream. Then the rest of this is getting downed. And I actually like this drink as well, so I'm holding it on ice. So please hurry up and drop me that here we go ASAP. Big up to Brad saying, hi, Lewis. Thoughts on And said Dickhurst. Better than Havertz. Better than Havertz. From Leverkusen B. Swap deal for Havertz and send him to Leverkusen B. And should we sign Bona from Nashville? I think he'd give us a lot more penetration than a lot of our forwards have been doing personally. So hopefully we get a here we go with Bona too, bruv. I can't be arsed with you, Brad. Yeah, joker. Big up, my guy. Bobby says you're forgetting his body, though. My bad. His body is going to be what takes him to the top. Shout out to Russ and RD and all that. Fucking hell. What else do we have? Mason Mount. There was a little bit on Mason Mount earlier. What the fuck? My bookmarks are a fucking mess with all of this news. So there's a new bid coming from Mount for Man United, which I think is going to be around 50 million. And according to Mirror Football, it's going to be the final offer put on the table. If that's the case, you might as well just accept, because I don't know what other club is going to go above that. Like Arsenal, they were interested in Mount until Mount preferred United, and then they turned their focus to Havertz. Liverpool are already looking at 2 or 3 midfielders. I don't think they turn their focus to Mount unless one of those midfielders falls through. So maybe we could even be smart and try and nick Kone or something on the quick. But yeah, I don't think this falls through, but I don't think United drop any more bids from here, because United know what the situation is. Mount leaves now or Mount leaves on a free next year. So we can either take the offer that they put on the table, or they're just going to sit there and wait. If they're going to bank on other clubs turning up for him, just kind of hope they do it soon. But if that's not the case, you'd be better off just accepting this offer. I mean, 50 million is already more than what Mason Mount's value on the pitch is worth to me, especially as a squad player. If you can get even more, great. But it's probably not going to be like that. Nizar Kinsella also tried to report saying Mount will likely leave Chelsea on a free transfer if the talks with United collapse, but it's not going to happen. Chelsea would be stupid to keep him with 1 year left. The relationship with the player and the club is already damaged beyond repair. All this worry about Mason Mount staying at Chelsea is just a worry. That's all that it is. It shouldn't scare anybody unless Chelsea themselves put everybody else in that position, and they're not going to do that. United know the position, they know the situation, so they're just going to be patient. And I think as well, if they wait, Chelsea will eventually just lower their asking price, similar to what they've done with Kai Havertz as well. Because even with Havertz, we don't have to sell him. There's 2 years left. Mount has to go. So I'm not worried. It might be 50 million. Could be a little bit more if United even put that on the table. But eventually, sooner rather than later, he's going to be a Man United player. Fucking hell, there's a lot of super chats. Big up to my guy, Frosted Myth, for the donation. Big up to King as well. Appreciate the donation and the love, my guys. Brad says, thoughts on our fixture list. I touched on it yesterday, but for me, I didn't really care too much. I care about the run-in. I care about who we have on Carnival weekend, and we've got Luton at home, which is probably going to be on a Saturday, so I can link up with Flawless and the others and go out for Carnival, and the AEW show on Sunday. So I'm chill. The run-in is very favorable to us on paper. It might change depending on how the season goes and everything, but it's fine. There's like 2 tough patches between November and like end of February to April. But we have 1 game a week. The tough patches are against teams that don't have 1 game a week. If we pattern ourselves, there's nothing wrong with the season. There's nothing wrong with the fixture list, personally. Very happy with it. Just give me 1 sec. Cool. What else? Hey, if Man U don't want to pay him 50, then they clearly don't rate him that highly. Kind of, but they could also just get him on a free. Or I just want us to accept it before fucking United come to their senses and think, what are we doing? We're just going to wait, bruv. Big up to my guy, Josh, though. Josh has sadly retired from streaming and everything. Congratulations, though, on the new family member, my guy, Josh. Very happy to hear it. And yeah, it's good to see you in the streams as well. And yeah, congratulations on the new member of the Josh household. What else do we have? What else do we have? So on Caicedo, Felix just dropped this a couple of minutes ago, saying, understand Brighton have expressed interest to Chelsea for both Conor Gallagher and Broja on permanent deals. Chelsea are confident they can orchestrate a part exchange along with De Zerbi's promise to Caicedo, but it remains to be seen, and personal terms are not an issue. Now, to me, if we can kind of negotiate this so Conor Gallagher and Broja go the other way and we get a little bit less for Caicedo, that's fucking brilliant. Music to my ears. Broja's never been given a fair enough chance. Like, the ACL injury is just really bad luck. But with Fofana here, one of them kind of needs to go. And if Brighton want him, even after the ACL injury, peace. Best of luck. And yeah, enjoy. Gallagher, goodbye. Big up. Don't make any attitude. Don't give me any issues about, oh, I want to play for a top 6 side or anything. Shut up and leave. Leave. If you love Chelsea, you'll leave because this is for the greater good of the club. Fabrizio reported that we're really advancing on the player side of this deal. Personal terms are getting closer. The conversations between Chelsea and Caicedo are going very well. Chelsea are really tempting Caicedo with the project, and it's not about UCL football, but it is more about the project in itself. But Tom Roddy has also said that Caicedo is valued at around £100 million. Conor Gallagher and Broja should, well, Gallagher's meant to be valued at 50 million, but Brighton aren't going to put that money down for him. So I'd say maybe about 30. Maybe Broja, you get him for about 15, 20. Hell, if you can get 50 million off the Caicedo deal with that, that's an unbelievable bargain. That is an unbelievable move. I said we're naming a Kai. Oh, that's gonna be the best Kai we know. Sorry, Kai, but the game is the game, bro. The game is the game. Big up, brother, though. Big up. Always good to see you in here. What else? How do I feel about the transfer window? It's still early, but everything's going on the right track. Everything is going on the right track right now. So we've gone through Caicedo, we've gone through Stake, Havertz, Mount, Kovacic. Like, there's not really a lot to get into with the Kovacic front. City are advancing on the club side to get the Kovacic deal done as soon as possible. This is what Fabrizio said. Probably going to be around 30 to 40 million. Basically recoups what we paid for him. Get it done so we can get some players in. Big up to Kova. Thank you for the memories. You've not really made a lot of a fuss behind the scenes. Not heard of him being an issue for anybody except maybe first season Lampard. But who cares? Yeah, big up Kovacic. Go enjoy Man City. Stat pad some trophies. And yeah, peace. Peace. That one's just very straightforward. Very straightforward. Thanks, Chelsea. Kova's our new centre mid. You must mean centre mid, but yeah. Big up, bro. Look after him. Look after him. Fix his injury problems, please. Please. Yeah, I did see this too. I forgot to even bring this up. Spurs, Brighton, and West Ham are the 3 main contenders for Gallagher. He could be used in the Caicedo deal. Brighton value Caicedo at a minimum of 100 million. If West Ham are interested, maybe have a look at Rice. Maybe have a look at Rice too. Maybe. Yeah. I don't think it's going to end up being that case, though, anyway, because fucking Brighton are interested and we're trying to push him in the Caicedo deal anyway. Big up to my guy, Sean, saying, what you saying, I want to see us move quick to get Caicedo done. Don't want any nonsense with United if they get the Sheik. Also, we need to go and get Lavia too. We're trying to move as quickly as possible with this. The main aim was that before they wanted Colwell, but it feels like they're finally starting to accept that Colwell isn't going to be the player that we're going to let go. Don't want any nonsense with United if they get the Sheik. Bro, even if they get the Sheik, all that means is that they sign Mason Mount, and they sign about 4 or 5 other players on top. So really not that worried. Really not that worried. Oh yeah, in fact, and Bakayoko's left as a free agent. Big up to my guy Bakayoko. End of an era with him and N'Golo Kante. Finally got him off the books. I think he was still on 100k a week, which is fucking insanity. But I think with how inflated money is in football nowadays, 100k is just turned into not bad wages for depth. Caicedo's done. Anything else? Ian Maatson wants to stay at Chelsea, but he wants another loan to Burnley, and Chelsea are open to keeping him. It's probably the best move all round to just send him on loan to Burnley, see how he does with a season in the Premier League, and yeah, just go from there. Just go from there. Other than that, I think that's about it for the news. So I'm going to send the link out to the panel quickly. While I'm doing this, if you want to guarantee that I read your comment out, super chat it. And yeah, let's see what everybody is saying. Oh shit, yeah, Josh, sorry, my bad. I'm still too used to sending you the link. My bad, bro. It's just muscle memory at this point. Cool, that's everybody. Wait, no. Cool. That is everybody. I think, yeah, cool. Big up my guys. Big up my guys. Before we start, big up to Brad saying, imagine we get sponsored by Holden Tudix. Mad. You know what? I don't think people would complain about that as much as they've been complaining about steak. Big up Strasbourg, Steve. Give it a couple minutes. I'll see you rolls through. If no one else does, I'll definitely send you the link, my guy. But yeah, what's everybody feeling about steak taking over?
I love it.
I thought it was, first of all, I didn't know that there was a betting company. I thought it was really like a meat process company or something, steak. And I was like, well,
goes with
like
steak, in it.
Hey, it's meat.
Yeah, but I love it because it draws all the hypocrites out.
I just don't understand, like I understand the religion. That's not, that's one of the little bitty things of religion. I know. Even Christianity does not condone this. So, what?
I don't know because I'm not Muslim in it, but I feel like Muslims are a lot more serious about it. Because I remember those people I used to work with on Chelsea Fan TV who just say no to betting sponsorship deals with us simply because they're Muslim and they can't be associated with it. So maybe they take it a lot more seriously in their religion.
Well, I don't I mean, everybody has made their own choice, and they has to make their own choice.
We got some spliff in the TV.
Bullshit! Don't get me started on these religious people. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on these religious people. Do not get me started with their double standard.
Yeah, I pointed it out in chat. I'll say it right now. I am given to understand, and if you're Muslim, please let me know that Islam forbids association with gay people. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But yet Chelsea and the EPL have Gay Pride Month, right? They celebrate it.
Yep.
But they ain't turning off the TV, are they?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think they're turning off the TV for steak deals either, though.
Okay, then
I just don't think they're wearing the shirts. But even then, like some
Mhm.
clubs, they do unsponsored shirts.
No,
for them
but
too.
my problem is for them to say it's offensive to us. Fuck you. It ain't about. They ain't trying to like. What is to be offended about? Just say we're not into it. Don't say you're offended. Offended because somebody else gambles. Like, look how much shit that y'all do that's offensive. We want to go down that line. We want to go down that.
Yeah,
We
you
don't
gotta
want
put
to
the
go down
banner
that
up for
lane.
this whole show.
Yeah, you know what?
Jesus
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the
Just-
language that they use that pisses me off.
Yeah, but I
Really
feel
good
people have that attachment to their club though, where they're going to have emotional reactions to whatever happens. So I
Okay.
feel
Well,
like that just comes
I would think your religion would be more important than a club, right? Right? Wouldn't their attachment to their quote unquote God? So just leave Chelsea the fuck alone. Go watch the Saudi league. It's a Muslim league. I guarantee you there's nothing there that would offend you.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a lot easier said than done.
Can't believe
no,
you're attacking people for their fucking
no,
religion.
it's
man. Jesus Christ.
Hold on a second. That's like, for example, like it's not about like guess how to explain it right way. For example, it's you can do whatever you want and your own life and stuff like that. I understand that. The problem is, first of all,
baby.
Oh gosh, dang! You had to bring this fucking guy on.
No, to be fair, it'd actually be good to get a Muslim perspective too.
But again, if somebody's saying
Yeah,
something and this dude wants to say some stupid shit in the
I
middle,
mean,
not
we just
somebody
stop.
making some.
Yo, let Alex talk. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Like,
go on,
Yeah,
Alex.
go
Go on,
on,
Alex.
go on.
I'm trying to figure it out how to be sensitive to the people because religion is important.
we
in people's
know
life.
you're not trying to be insensitive.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Just go ahead.
What
just talk.
I'm trying to say is like you have to be respectful, but you're the one who should be the first that gives respect. At the end of the day, if you not gamble, if you saying, "Oh, I'm anti-gambling," but you are doing something different on the side that also prohibits by Muslim Muslim religion, it's just like I don't know how to explain it, but it's first your religion starts with you. You the one, the personal, not the church, whatever, not the group. You.
Yeah.
So
You.
you the
You're-
one,
you're-
the you in your own life, you the one that's supposed to start it. It's it. Just you start. You don't like steak. Nobody. Is it offensive to wear a shirt with gambling on it, or is it offensive to be actually go gambling?
So
What's the
I think those who obviously have an issue with this obviously have never bought or will buy one of our football tops again, knowing where they're probably made in some sweatshop somewhere, right?
yeah?
Okay.
That's
Exactly.
another
Yeah.
hypocrisy.
I just want, and also those complaining, were you doing that by carrier pigeon yesterday or on your iPhone, your tablet? You know, because you know where those are made, right, and how they're made. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's where they get the lithium from. Where they get the lithium from, the battery.
Well, exactly. I just, if you've got an opposition to it, fine, and you don't do it, that's fine, and you're like, you don't do anything wrong and fine like that, but you don't have the choice. Is this? It's like with anything. It's like even listen. Please, obviously, listen to this great channel and stuff, but any other channels, it's like that. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. There is freedom of choice in this, and it's only one year they're talking about, right? It's 1 year, okay? And let's face it, guys, we're here to make money, okay? They're here to make money. They're here to make the club money, okay? They haven't put on Pornhub on front of the shirt, yeah? You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Hey, but you know, about that. But I'm just saying, I understand the moral things and stuff like that, and you don't want to do it. I understand that side as well, but let's call a spade a spade. There's no every single club, every single sports thing that you can question it morally and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Where you watch it, what way you know.
What about the
yes, exactly, exactly right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's like pick your model.
Nah, it's not the same thing.
Lewis is a disgrace for wearing that Chelsea top. Lewis, you're a disgrace for wearing that Chelsea top. That was
Sorry,
made
what about
by
the
some.
Exactly. It was.
Sorry.
If hold on a second. If like what
I'm wearing it in memory.
Hold on a second. Did anybody how many companies, sweat companies made in Indonesia?
Loads.
Yeah. Where is Fatur? Why is
What?
where is Fatur from? Where is Fatur from?
I think he's in Indonesia right now, to be fair.
So what I'm
yeah.
saying is,
Yeah.
like, look at how, like, look, the guy knows that what he's like the sweatshop companies in Indonesia, and he buys those stuffs like TikToks, man.
Plus, would you? Plus, also, I expect that you don't want the players to play in the boots they're wearing. They're going to play in sandals next year. But
What about what about the argument where the club had a campaign against gambling, and then there is this.
Right, but the thing was this: if you read it, that's fine, but you also have to be responsible for your own gambling as well. It says it on everything.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It's everything starts with your decision, your personal. Your
But the thing is
personal
this.
decision
But the thing is
starts
this.
first.
Then the thing is this. Then I expect then you don't want us to take the money from Sky, right? The football money from Sky, because obviously they have Sky Bet on their thing as well.
It's not the
You
same
don't
thing,
take-
Andrew. It's not the same thing.
It's
Why don't
exactly
you
the
say
same thing.
no?
Oh, wait, guys. I'd actually like to hear Ziad's
Same.
point of view on this one.
Go on.
Ziad, what are you saying?
I understand where you lot are coming from in terms of, this clothing is made from there, whatnot. But there's a big difference in wearing something that was maybe wrongfully made or whatnot. But what we're supposed to do, not wear clothes. There's a big difference in that in comparison to out and out fucking advertising, gambling. You know, it's two complete different things. It's not the same thing.
No, it's not. It's a
it's
question
not.
about morals. You can't pick or choose your own morals. You either stand for everything,
Exactly.
or you don't.
It's not.
Or you
That's
don't.
not. No, that's not the same thing, Andrew.
It
Because
is
you're
exactly the same thing.
advertising gambling.
If you are,
It's not the same
if
thing.
you're
Because what we're
opposed to
supposed to do,
gambling-
not wear clothes.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So
hold on.
wait.
Alex,
Hang on.
I'm
Guys,
Guys,
walk around
before
naked
it
then,
becomes
Andrew.
everyone talking,
Let me
let's
just-
keep
let me
it
just-
Ziad behind
Let me
you
just
for
do
this
this.
one.
Let me just do this. So we can be opposed to gambling, but not opposed to people working in sweatshops, so like a penny a month or something like that. But that's
No,
okay.
it's not.
Right?
But it's not the point. We can be both of them. 100%, we can be both.
Well, no,
both of them.
people aren't, though,
But-
are they? People aren't. That's the
No,
thing.
but
That's
we're
what
not.
saying.
We're not wearing. But we're not wearing a company that runs the. So, for example, like you're not putting it on your shirt, Andrew. Right? It's not on your T-shirt here for everyone to see. Go and support these companies that wrongfully made them. It's not the same thing. Because you've got on your T-shirt.
because you hide
got
it
on
that
your
you're doing it.
t-shirt.
It's okay.
Gambling.
God can't see that, right? God can only read what's on the shirt. He can't see what's on the tag. Okay. All right.
But it depends. If you don't want to take it to that extreme, take it to that extreme. But it's you
Well, that's what you're
advertising.
saying.
But
That's what
because
you're
you, is he gonna
Actually,
cook
I
now?
shouldn't be on this stream, man. I'm
You're
going on
God,
my
right?
iPad right now. I shouldn't be
It's
on this stream.
offensive in the eyes of your God to to push gambling. So if you pushing sweatshops, we can't wear clothes. Wear clothes that don't come from a sweatshop.
Jimmy, your mic's moving crazy, bro.
Well, let me turn it down. Fuck that. You ain't getting me out on this.
Sorry, the argument. I think people are focusing a lot on Muslim and this gambling. The argument is also not just the Muslim bit. It's also the fact that this club was campaigning against gambling, and then now they're sponsoring gambling. And it's just that.
What do you mean this club is campaigning against gambling?
Oh my God! There was a campaign at Stamford Bridge, right? The club saying,
Win.
Wait, let me say this, Rodrigo. Was it campaigning against gambling completely, or campaigning against the abuse of gambling?
Abuse of gambling.
I think you have to read into the context there. It's the same thing with everything else.
My point.
Gambling is legal.
Can I finish my point? It looks like a lot of you here are supporting this. So some of us that are not supporting this, can we have a voice?
Well, go ahead and talk. I just asked a question.
Okay.
I asked a question for you to think about what point you're trying to make.
Okay. No, I'll let you guys finish.
No, go ahead. I'm asking you that question. I think it's crucial. Was it about abuse of gambling, or was it just campaigning completely? Okay, about the abuse of gambling, right? So it's your choice. It's your choice to gamble. You just have to be careful about where it can lead to. Do it responsibly, just like with alcohol, right? Alcohol is not inherently bad, but people abuse it. so you should campaign against the abuse of alcohol.
No. Don't you see a bit of it's like it's a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? So the club is saying it's campaigning against the abuse of gambling, right? And then to have that to have a sponsor run the shirt to promote gambling in a way. Don't you see that there's a contradiction in there?
No, because they're promoting that gambling is not illegal. Even abusing gambling is not illegal.
I know it's not illegal. I think it's a more standpoint.
So let me talk now. Let me talk.
No one said it's illegal, right? The issue here is for me personally, I'm not Muslim, so I don't know how a Muslim person reacts having the club.
So why? Hold on a second.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He's still allowed to have it something.
No. But the way he said it, it's like he was, and he wants to have the voice.
No. Oh my God.
His reasoning is not the Muslim thing.
Okay. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Can I finish?
I'm lost. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Rudy.
You're right. So I'm saying this, for me personally, is that message that the club is standing against abusing gambling, blah blah blah, and then for them to turn around and promote this, I feel like there's contradiction there. So
no, because in November last year, it was raising awareness of gambling harm. It wasn't they were against gambling. It was just awareness. It's like anything.
Yeah.
It's awareness of taking drugs, drinking alcohol.
Yeah, so you're gonna do that, and then the next day you're gonna have a big sponsor to sponsor an alcoholic drinks. I mean, that for me, don't you?
Hold on.
But what is the message? What is the message?
Rodrigo.
Awareness. That's all it is.
Exactly, awareness.
I'm quite sure Chelsea somewhere has a campaign against alcohol abuse, right?
Yes.
I'm quite sure nobody in Chelsea as a club is with the abuse of alcohol. But one of our sponsors is the alcoholic drink. Isn't that the same thing?
Well, sure, it'll be don't drink and drive, right? But they still sell alcohol.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But and Rodrigo, isn't that the same thing?
Maybe not while Alonso was here.
Yeah, but you're not gonna put
Oh my God.
FYI, if anybody knows Rodrigo,
That was my
driver.
fault, so.
Rodrigo is DoorDash driver, so he should take that don't drink and drive seriously.
No, it's a serious matter, Alex. It's not a joking matter. It's not. Yeah, some days it's good.
It sounds like you're making it way too serious with your example.
Yeah, because I think
I actually understand more what actual Ziad said. That makes more sense to me than what you just said it.
So because you want to dismiss my opinion because I'm not Muslim. Because I don't.
No,
so you think I don't have
that's
a
not
right?
what it is. Because I can tell
That's
you
not what
why
he's
I
saying.
dismiss it.
Shut up, man.
I can tell you why. Let me finish and I'll tell you why. Because the way you came in, first of all, you said it, you don't let us have voice. You said us. You mean more than you. That's number one. Number two, when you went, you give us example, Chelsea have some kind of thing against betting. But turns out people will Google, before you even looked into it, it wasn't about gambling. It was awareness of gambling. So that's number two where you lied. So number three, you keep using that victim mentality that you're not actually a victim of it. And I hate this piece of crap when the people using victim mentality when they're not offended.
What?
And what he's saying, Rodrigo, what he's saying is the evidence you was the stuff you was telling us to show your outrage wasn't even real shit. So that's why we think your outrage is not real, because Chelsea did not have an anti-gambling push.
Last
they had a
points,
gambling abuse. Gambling abuse.
I mean, we can move on in a second, but Rodrigo, no one's trying to attack you. We're trying to you're bringing up a point, and we're trying to add content. We're trying to add content.
He's calling me a liar. He's calling me a liar for no reason.
Okay, you can just ignore that.
Oh, no reason? Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's define the lie. Rodrigo, let's define the lie. Did you or did you not said that the Chelsea had the anti what's the name? Or whatever, the rally, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the gambling awareness.
So what? That's about abuse of gambling. Abuse.
Do you understand
Not gambling
what's the
itself.
lie I said?
So Rodrigo, that's all we're trying to say is like you're bringing up that point, but we're trying to add context to it. Can you agree that anti-gambling and anti-abusive gambling are two different things? And that adds a little bit different context. I see what point you're trying to make, but we're talking about the fact that Chelsea didn't say, hey, gambling is bad, don't do it. And now we're putting a gambling sponsor on our shirt. They were saying, be careful,
That's not what they
understand
did.
the ins and outs of it, and trying to educate people on it. It doesn't say it's
Exactly.
don't
You
do
came
it
as
completely.
educating. You're like, oh, the way you came in as a victim. Oh, you don't let us have voice, and you come with the freaking thing
Listen. You're taking it a different way. You think I'm standing here say, "Oh, I'm part Muslim," blah blah blah. No.
That's not what I'm saying.
You just mainly offended people. I understand what I think I understand what Rodrigo meant. I think I understand what he meant.
No. The reason I say that is because when I listen, right, most of the panelists, I don't see an issue with Chelsea having that sponsor on a shirt. So that's why I said me and Ziad on the panel, like the two people that maybe have a different opinion to that. So that's what I said when I was speaking, and then you guys interrupted me. So I was saying, can you let at least people like us? When I meant us is he come from a different point of view. Maybe I come from a different point of view, but we all stand and say, right, we don't see having that company on our shirt as for me as a morally point of view is not good. So, but again, I'm not here.
Okay. That's fine, Rodrigo. That's fine. That's if that's what you think. That I understood. My apologies. No problem. Apologizing for that.
I know why you people trying to think like, oh, I'm all this softy or trying to take be a victim of everything. No. Listen, some things you don't agree. You know what I mean?
So Rodrigo,
but that's
morally. So morally, you're against gambling. Morally, you're against gambling.
I think morally, everyone should be against gambling.
No, I didn't ask you what you think everyone should be. We're not doing that.
When I say everyone, I mean in this panel.
Yes.
When I say everyone, I say in this panel.
No, I don't want you to think that everybody should do anything that's a part of your religion. I'm offended by that. Don't do that.
No. Why do you say this?
Don't do that. You're against gambling because of your religion.
Hold on. One second. Let me just.
You're against gambling because of your religion.
Let me say something quick. I mean, listen. I'm not. Let me just say something quickly. Yeah. In terms of what this conversation we were having earlier, look, I just don't. I'm not raging over we have a gambling on our sponsor. I'm not raging over it. I just find it inconvenient, right? And listen, by the end of the day, what we were talking about earlier, you guys saying, "Oh, you can't wear a T-shirt made by this." I find that it's completely different things. You're advertising gambling, and you going out and wearing something that's apparently maybe wrongly made. It's two different things, but yeah. But I'm not going to sit here.
You know why it's two different things? I'm going to tell you why. Hold on, wait. Because who feels it knows it. You don't feel any attachment to the fucking kids that's working the sweatshops. You don't feel they pain. You have no attachment. They don't look like you. They're not your family. So you don't give a fuck.
Well, that's not true.
I'm telling you. You don't care. That's why you said you see the difference. You don't see, there's a difference. No, it's not. That's what Winter Surf is telling you. There's literally no difference. Who feels it knows it. You're offended by gambling, so you feel that. You're not offended as much by kids making the fucking shirt that you wear. So you wear the shirt.
Well, I'm not offended by either of them. That's first of all. Second of all, that's not true because there's people that from where I come from, they do just as bad and live just as bad. So
I'm not saying that all Muslims are even against gambling. I ain't even saying that. I'm saying the ones who are. I think I'm not saying that you being against gambling is wrong, but going at Chelsea for putting a gambling company on their shirt, then you literally, if you're gonna go at one company, you have to go at all associated with them. You can't go just at one. You're only going to go at the one on the shirt. Well, what about the one that's in the stadium? Because guess what? When Chelsea's playing on TV at Stamford Bridge, which is all Chelsea, and the cameras are paneling, those companies are advertising through Chelsea. It's the same thing. But it was make you it's the one that don't bother.
Yeah, we got to move on.
You don't complain about.
I just wanted to
stop
say,
waiting.
I don't really fall on either side of this debate, and however you want to feel about this, whatever side you fall on, it's all within your right. I just think, from my perspective, for things like this, telling people how they can and can't feel on either side is bullshit. Let's move on.
I can't wait.
I don't think nobody telling nobody how they can't feel, but I think you could point out hypocrisy. I ain't telling anybody they can't feel anything, but pointing out hypocrisy is not a crime.
Lewis,
and sometimes we all are hypocrites. Let's not get that wrong neither. We're human, so you're gonna be hypocritical at times. But when somebody points it out, you just got to eat your cake. It is what it is.
That's Lewis's fault.
All right,
we're done. We're not talking about it anymore.
We should have spoken about it in the first place.
It'll be OnlyFans.
No, we had to talk about it. It was worth bringing up.
Lewis, hold up.
Man,
Doesn't
we're
Havertz
adults.
kind
We
of
can
look like
talk
a
about
donkey?
it and move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the ears
like
above his
donkey.
head. He looks like a proper donkey.
Oh my gosh, the donkey is on top as well. They don't
Damn,
help.
he really does. Look at the donkey ears.
The ears.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, if you could crop that screen and have it, oh my god, if you could crop the screen
and
back down.
no sweatshops made the
Yeah,
design
we
of this
moved on,
picture.
bro. We moved
Move on.
I'm going to save you from yourself, man. I'm going to save you from yourself.
Save the
in
donkeys.
excess of 55 million makes me feel like it's probably going to be close to 60 million. That was apparently going to be good for both sides. Hopefully, here we go tonight.
I think it'll be 55 plus add-ons. That's what it'll be.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be. And it'll get to
how
60
many times
or
Andrew have
65.
said that? Like,
we said it, right? We said it.
Yeah, they pay. No, they choose which number they would prefer to report.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
it's whatever fits the narrative.
Yeah.
Well, it
By the
makes
way,
it makes the selling club feel better because look in the case of like Darwin Núñez, right? Oh, we sold him for 100 million euros. Yeah, it gets to that with the add-ons. You know what I mean? It's got to hit all the add-ons. You know what I mean?
It was really like 80, 82.
Yeah, it's
I think
like
it was like 82
with Mudryk, right? Oh, it's 100 million euros. He's got to get to those add-ons first before it gets to 100 million.
We
euros,
actually
you know what I mean?
paid 44 for him. 44.
Right, exactly. It's like
Wow.
it's like it's one of those. It's
No, I think it's
the
more,
thing.
Alex. I think it's 62. I think it's 62.
It's
Yeah,
62.
Yeah, 62. 62.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
But
still,
that's still a lot less than what people
it's
think.
still steep from 100 to 62.
Right.
The 62.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So
it's a big
it's
difference.
just a new thing that it's not newish, but it's more that's highlighted in the last few years with the add-ons and stuff. It's like it's just anything really. It's just a thing to get. It's like
It's a bigger headline,
thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the Eden
Bigger
Hazard
headline.
thing. The whole deal is 120 million with the add-ons, and he hit the add-ons, so that's why it's going to be 120 million overall because definitely he hit all the add-ons.
The selling clubs would love to put a higher number. The buying
Yes.
club, obviously, on the other end, they want to report.
They want to put the lowest number. Yeah, exactly, Rodrigo.
Well, that's
it's
why
all PR. It's all PR.
If you listen to the Shakhtar,
If I will go back real quick on the gambling thing.
Oh
No.
No, man, no.
But if you
No.
remember,
I bet you want to go back, Alex. I bet you want to go back.
Both of you, Andrew, go, man.
Hey, Lewis.
I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah, if you remember
I
the
bet you
Shakhtar,
want to go back.
if
Yeah.
you remember the Shakhtar, if you remember the Shakhtar director when he was talking about Mudryk and he was talking about liking
Remember what he said about the Arsenal?
I was about to say he said about Arsenal when they wanted to put a Ballon d'Or thing in there and they laughed at them because it was like
Yeah, he tried to put a Ballon
And
d'Or
that's nothing
clause.
against
Like,
the
man,
player.
get
It's
the
nothing
fuck
against-
out of here.
it's nothing against
No.
the player.
What they said is what he actually said is like the add-ons that Chelsea is actually feasible
Achievable.
for us, achievable to see it.
Yeah,
What
was
Arsenal
Arsenal.
did, it's like you're never gonna see that money.
I think one of them was like he had to cure cancer.
I
or
mean, if
something
he
in
was
there.
at City, if
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
City buying
yeah.
him, we probably would have seen the difference.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's Arsenal.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh,
Yeah, I
you're
think
gonna win the
one of
Champions
the-
League. You're
One
gonna
of the
do the
add-ons
Ballon-
was Mudryk had to figure out why water was wet, and then they get the extra 20.
Hey, I really don't care if where Havertz goes as long as he doesn't play in our
Me
kit next
either.
year.
Yeah. So he's such shit. I don't care where he goes.
Yeah, he's had his time. He hasn't proven it. But
No, it's all right. Let's give
y'all
him
need
another
to find
chance.
a way to watch the U.S.-Mexico game from last night.
Oh,
'Cause
what a
that's-
game last night. What a game.
Oh, if you
What
want to
a
talk about
game.
real football,
No, like all jokes aside, I know y'all think, I'm talking about, what was it, 4 or 5 red cards?
four
I'm
red
talking
cards.
about
Really?
Yeah.
What? Straight reds, Lewis. I'm talking about the Mexican player grabbed the back of jersey and kicked out his back leg and just walked off like it was nothing.
Balogun, yeah.
I mean, they was fighting. Pushing in the face. I'm looking like, yo, this. And Pulisic was on smoke. Pulisic was on smoke. He hates Mexico. We need to put Mexican jerseys on our opponents. I guarantee you he'll turn up every game, man. And then, I think he scored 7 in his last 7 against Mexico.
Then there was 12 minutes of added time because they had to stop it once for homophobic chants.
And then they had to stop it again.
And then they called the game early because they did it again.
Because they kept doing it.
Was it American or Mexican?
No, it was the Mexican fans that were doing it.
That was the Mexican fans. They do that against all their opponents.
Hold on a second. Do you think if Trump wins the election, he should use Pulisic as the border crisis?
Bro.
No, we ain't even going.
We're not doing that.
God dang.
Right now, Trump need a lawyer, man. Only thing Trump needs to do is get child support payments, and he'll be a black man. God damn, he get locked up more than my cousins and shit. Trump in jail more than my cousins, man. I swear to God, man.
Well, it's still gonna take long. He's still gonna be in.
Trump is good.
Let's not open this can of worms.
Yeah, ain't nobody locking up no goddamn president. They could miss me with this bullshit. As we move. Shit, nobody locking up no president.
Big up Keyshawn saying if guys to sponsor money and the silky German transfer. Do we pass FFP?
I don't think we had.
Well, FFP, I wouldn't worry about that anyway, my guy. Like we are gonna make that within the year. Like
don't worry about FFP because it's
all of the money people, all of the football money shows. If you go on YouTube and find the money shows, they all say it's the fucking journalists and fans that's hyping up this FFP shit. They all keep saying Chelsea will be fine. And these are money people that crunch the numbers. They all said Chelsea will be fine. Chelsea will be fine.
We're going to be looking at so many different areas if that wasn't the case.
Another report saying Chelsea are offering Kai Havertz a contract.
No.
They said that from the beginning.
No, it's
hold on a second. Again, Rodrigo, you were saying Chelsea have some reports, man. You need. You need to put the proper things, man. You keep saying one thing.
Alex. Ornstein actually reported that.
That's a rehash. That's a rehash story.
It's a repost, my guy.
Story from last week where they said they wanted to sign into a new contract, but he wants to leave now. So there's no point in giving him a contract. That's a rehash story.
It's like the 100 million for Caicedo. It's because the owner came out and said that shit.
You have a retraction every time you speak, every time you write the article. Retraction.
Yeah, look, the Caicedo price went up because the owner came out and said he wanted that.
Jester now have a donkey years.
You know what? I think this generation of fans, right? I'm dead serious because I'm one of them too. We played so much FIFA, right? And you had to watch your budget and all that shit that people really be caught up in these billionaires' money. I don't give a fuck if Caicedo costs 200 million. I don't care. I really don't be caring how much the players cost. I only care about the cost when they flop. Whatever it takes to bring them in, bring them in. When they flop, that's when I be like, God damn, how much we spent? I don't care beforehand. And I think if fans get that mindset, they'll be better off. Don't care about the price to get him in. Because if he gets in and work, you will not. I haven't heard one person mention how much Enzo costs because everybody's seen, holy shit, we got one. We got one. You think we care we paid 105? That's a lot of fucking money. But guess what? Who cares? We got a fucking generational player. Nobody cares. And I think that's how our mindset should be. Like, when they flop, that's when you should be like, God damn, how much did we spend? But when they didn't do anything yet, man, look, like right now I'm pissed about how much we spent on Havertz when I look at it. But then when I look at how much we getting back, I'm not that pissed. Because I think he worth about $35,000.
And I think all them guys cussing out Bowley and he's pulling this much back for Kai Havertz.
I don't get it. And what's the lady name that used to run our front?
Marina.
She would hold out for 100 million. She would probably get it, but Kai Havertz would be here for another 6 fucking years.
I want to know how what the English fans feel about Levi Colwill not making the squad for Malta.
Oh yeah, I gotta give it. Hold up, wait. I gotta give Justice. Hold on, I gotta give Justice his flowers because Justice said he only on that squad because, and everybody was like, oh, well, he didn't even get fucking squad.
It still counts as a Cal international
flowers,
Cal.
He didn't even get the fucking squad, man. Oh man, Southgate.
Is that the starting lineup or the bench?
No, he didn't make the squad. He didn't make the squad, bro.
He's literally in Malta.
That's the bullshit. Yeah, Justice called it. I gotta give it to him.
I was thought the whole 25-man squad were just there on the bench.
Hold on a second. Do you remember when I taught you a lesson how the actual players sometimes go over it because they need the practice?
Yeah, we know that, Alex, but we trying to stay away from the technicalities. We just calling it raw what it was, what Justice said. He said, yo, he only got called in because somebody got pulled out, and that don't even mean he's going to be there. That's what Justice
I know,
said.
but it still counts as the international call.
It does. I give him that. It does count as an fellas, July 22nd, Chelsea versus Brighton. I got my tickets. I will be seeing Andre Santos live in person. I will be there. Philadelphia.
Oh.
In Philly. Yep. I will be there. I'll be seeing Santos. He got his visa, so I will be seeing him live in person. I'll give y'all the feedback.
I had visa to US before.
Yeah, US visa I'm talking about. Yeah, he'll be on the tour. The tour.
Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta.
Yeah, I got some nosebleeds tickets, but I sit where I want. I have my ways.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
I sit where I want, man.
I know what you mean. I've done it before and it works.
Yeah, I never sit. Because some of those corporate people never show up, man. You just got to wait and see. Like, they're not coming. We're going to go ahead and sit right here.
Look,
these fucking people ain't coming.
I actually, you know what I do? I put my old uniform on without the company's logo. I just says,
oh, shit. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that's sweet.
Oh, man,
but a lot of those corporate guys, they never show up. They get the tickets, they give them to these people, and they never show up. And you just see sections of front and rear. I'm like, man, I'm going right there. Sit my ass down. But yeah, I'm going to that game. Brighton versus Chelsea. I want to see the young guys. I don't want to see the tour with nobody who will not be on the squad next year. I swear I'll be so pissed.
I think that you'll see Caicedo as well, but I'm not 100% certain he will be with the team. They might.
I just want to see him play anyway. Yeah, I want to see him play.
Yeah, he's gonna be an amazing talent. So.
You see that? You see the size of the head on that kid? He looks so. I was wondering why he gets so many headers. I saw his picture the other day. I said, "Holy shit, he got a big water head."
Hi, I'm a medic. So when I put my I seriously put my shirt on with no logo, just a badge. And the guys just let me in. That's how I get.
They let you right in, yeah. Nobody ain't gonna say anything, especially since COVID. Especially since COVID. Oh man, you're a frontline worker. Let this go.
Same thing with my license plate. My license plate on my car is emergency license plate. So when I speed up, I see the state trooper cut me speeding. So he pulls behind me. He sees the license plate. He's like, okay, fine. But some dickheads I still pull you over though.
Somebody said they'll be at that game too.
You are, Jimmy.
Yeah. See, I just read the comment. Yep, I'll be there, brother. I'll be there.
We play Newcastle as well, innit?
Working for Kepa. I better not see Kepa. I do not want to see Kepa.
I have a Colwill out agenda just because I said I was willing to let him go with Caicedo going the other way.
Wow.
Yeah, again, they selectively
always saying he'll keep Colwill.
Some of you, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he always said he wanted to keep Colwill.
On every video, I rate Colwill, and I think he's going to go highly. I said it was a necessary thing to me because I would rather focus on the midfield. But I never criticized Colwill's game once.
Never.
So I'm not even hearing no Colwill out bollocks. Don't even try.
And even most of us who was saying we were cool, if he had to go, we were cool with it. None of us said he's not good. None of us said he's not good. Yeah, we just were saying that
No. Let's say it now to
come to
satisfy
shove.
their urges. Yeah, he's shit.
Exactly. Yeah, he's shit.
You'll hear that, right? You'll hear
he's
that.
crap.
Yeah, let's just do it, man.
Yeah,
That'll give you a high, right? Because we said he's shit. You said he was shit. You said he was shit last Friday. He's playing well now. Yeah, it's all right. Whatever, man.
Mate Moreto's dropped a little update on Koulibaly, saying Saudi Arabia could be in his future. Defenders liked by many clubs in Europe, but an important offer from Arabia is expected in the coming days. Nothing advanced, still no official negotiations, but the interested parties are aware of the situation.
They've got to pay a transfer fee as well.
Let me ask you guys a question because I'm not familiar with the whole Middle Eastern. All those players that are signings are they going to the same club or are they kind of spreading between?
No, 4 different clubs. They distribute.
So,
I thought we're going to one team.
No, 4 different clubs.
So Kante and Benzema have gone to Al Ittihad. I know that I don't know where Koulibaly, where the interest of the offer's from. It might be the same club that Ronaldo's at, Al Nassr. That's the one that bought Al Ittihad, who got Kante and what's his name, Benzema, also going for Zaha.
Yeah.
And then I think Al Nassr, actually the one where Ronaldo's at, also went for Zaha. And I think it's went for Morris.
Okay, that makes sense because for some reason
they're going to distribute them between 4 teams, and then they want to do the rest of the league.
Okay,
they want to build rivalries first.
So they're trying to promote the league, not the
the entire league they pushing. Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Basically, the league got 20 billion. Was it called?
20 fucking billion
by the Saudi state fund. So a lot of the teams have basically got 20 billion to play with.
20 billion.
How many teams in the league?
There's 20 teams there.
Oh, wow.
$20 billion infused into their league.
Yup.
Holy shit.
Did anybody see the PGA or all of a sudden turn around PGA?
Oh yeah, they bowled down. Of course. That Saudi money is real, man. Remember, you know what pissed me off about that, Alex, is when they tried to involve the 9/11 families. I was like, why are they putting these people in this bullshit? That's what they did. They tried to, the PGA went and tried to put their arm around the 9/11 family, dragged them into it, and then went and signed up with the same people that they was against. They use those people. I hate when they use victims, man. I don't know
who the guy was, but they showed I don't know the guy's name, but when I first time saw his interview, when the first thing with the PGA thing, he was talking so much bad and brings all these people, families and stuff, and they showing him in like a given interview now is like.
How do we get back on this kind of subject?
I don't know.
I don't know, but that shit was. Yeah, fuck that guy. And sorry to those victims, man. I hate when people tragedy is used to fucking as a pawn. That shit, I'm bothered by that. Those people should die slow, real slow.
All right, so Man United are preparing a final offer of 50 million for Mason Mount.
They just said on Talk Sport that it's going to be over 50 million.
Take it. It could be 50 and 50 cents. Take it.
There's a tweet on it too. So
we might have to take that.
I actually accidentally kicked myself out.
We might have to. That's
because I don't want him to go on a free. Not because I don't think I think he only worth 50. I just don't. He's gonna go on a free if we don't take it.
I mean, last night, for 1 year. Last night from someone called Chris Wheelo's, like a Man United stuff like that. He said it's going to be like some of the, I can't remember the term, but it's going to be around like 60 million. And whether that's
some add-ons,
with add-ons probably included in on it. It's probably the same with the Havertz things, like 55.
Yeah, it's the bottom number again.
Yeah, if we could get 100, if we could get 100 for those two, they gotta take it, man. They gotta take it. The thing is,
it sends a weird message. If you want 70 million from amount, I understand what you want for your player, but then there's no point then keeping him if you're not going to acquiesce to his contract demands, right?
It's all negotiation.
Yeah, it's also negotiation as well. But it's like,
but some people are stupid because if you look at Inter, right?
Yeah,
they offered 60 for Skriniar. They said no. They came back in January. We still got this 60. Do you want it? No. Yeah. Now they got him for free. They should have took the fucking 60.
Yeah.
And now Inter's broke. You think they couldn't have used that 60? No, so some people are dumb enough. That's what I'm saying. I hope Chelsea ain't that fucking stupid. Take the money, man. Take the money.
Especially if it's like especially if it's going funds to other transfers and stuff, you just take it. So
yeah, just take
and
it.
you talk about getting 100, getting anywhere over 100 or near 100 for these two players in this market now. I think it's a steal.
Yeah.
And I can see, and me personally, I can see Mount actually becoming a player before Havertz. Me personally,
I think actually Man United get the better deal of the player. I mean,
yeah, hell yeah, easily.
So we have a Felix exclusive. Yesterday, Lautaro Martinez told Pochettino he would be open to joining Chelsea. He is the most likely striker as he's Poch's outstanding first choice and seen as more available as Inter needs sales. Potential part exchange for Lukaku. Koulibaly at the moment does not want to join Inter Milan.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I told people his loyalty to Napoli. His loyalty to Napoli is serious.
If the first player from
Just
Inter
getting
isn't
2
Onana, I'm not
Go away,
interested.
let Andrew go.
I'm saying if the first player from Inter isn't Onana, I'm not interested in any other player at this moment in time.
By the way,
Onana's the one for me.
100%.
this is first of all. Did he put it where this report came from?
It's from him.
No,
It's him. It's him. It's from him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Felix is the reporter. Yeah.
I know
Lewis,
the
I'm going to
kid.
drop up, man. I'll let
You
someone
know
else
him. You know him.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Big up,
Yeah.
my guy.
Take care. All
He
the best. Have a good weekend.
anyway.
Bless, brother.
I will move on.
scored.
Look. Anyway, he's not a
Cardio
reporter,
cuts.
but anyway. My thing, like I was actually, since the whole thing is like nonsense with the transfer window, I actually gonna ask the subject that nobody paid attention, that actually happened a couple of days ago, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. It's the Premier League, but talking about the potential salary cap.
Salary cap. Yeah. With your
I don't
money
understand how nobody's actually talking about it, because I don't know if it can work in the Premier League at all in this kind of football at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that kind of thing can work based on how, like, if you how you say it, it's for example, in the United States it works based on the recruiting system. I don't think you can apply the same thing into the market that you don't have a recruiting system.
I think it can work. It's just you'd have to alter it so much to what those that are used to salary cap are used to, in terms of like the salary cap itself, or like the salary you have to work with would have to be so much higher than what you'd be used to, like you said, in like America with other sports or with the MLS, and like the way you work things would have to be so much different, because I don't see, like, for example, that like in Europe it's not going to work having like the DPs that they have in the MLS. Like, that's just not going to work unless you have like 5 or 6 or something. I think it can work. It's just so many other changes you have to make.
The one thing that it will do, it will make your sport more competitive, because what will happen is it would eventually start. It will take a while, but once the more rich owners start buying up teams, it's gonna start leveling out, because you only gonna be able to spend but so much. So having a Qatari owner, it ain't gonna be no different than having if you have somebody that got a 200 billion, it's no different than somebody that got 10 billion, because y'all only can do but so much. Like in American sports, you got owners that's richer than others, but they can only spend the same amount of money. There's a cap on what you can spend.
That's not true,
Jimmy,
actually.
We have one more Felix.
It's not entirely true. Like,
No, that's not true, because some teams I will give you example of, because that's the only thing I know about that sport. It's a squeaky sport.
Chelsea and Man City have reached an agreement for 40 million for the transfer of Kovacic. Personal terms all agreed. Now time for everything to be signed and the medical.
Nice.
I understand majority of 40 million fee will be paid up front.
Didn't
First
we bought
outgoing
him for 32 mil?
That's 40 million euros, by the way. It's 32.
Yeah,
That's like 32.5 million pounds.
Didn't we actually pay 32
That's
for
what we
him?
paid for.
No, we bought him for
About
40.
40.
So we lost
Look
a bit of
how
money.
much we got out of him.
Anyway, so I'm going back. For example, in the
Alex.
squeaky sport, I know for a fact that the Lakers get more, because the revenue, it's not even compare to the sum of
hear
the
what I'm
NBA.
saying. I'm not talking about what you make. I'm talking about what you can spend, not what you
But
make.
yes, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
still,
They
it's
can
still,
spend more.
I can do an example after this. Like, it's not just that. It's like, let's use the MLS as an example, right? LAFC like spend way more, even though they've got the same salary cap as a team. Let's just use the Colorado Rapids, right? LAFC spend way more because they just have the money to spend way more. But you can offset that by other things. For example, recruitment, your youth systems. Like, you can offset that in other ways. So you can still spend more money. But the thing that the bit I agree with you is,
but my point is, nobody can spend. It's everybody can spend the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? When you start capping it, that means you can't go over something.
I agree.
Everybody can reach what you can reach.
Even so, it won't be balanced.
I beg you, Jimmy, go look at LA Lakers, how much they can spend on a salary cap then versus
you can't tell me about American sports, bro. I grew up with American sports. It's what I'm not talking, Alex. You're talking about what they can make. I'm talking about what you can spend. You can choose not to spend it. Some teams in the NBA choose not to pay the luxury tax, so they don't go over the cap. Because they choose not to. But if they chose to, they could. The Lakers cannot outspend them. It only seem like they outspending them because the other owners choose not to go over. But they have the option of doing it.
Okay, Ravens 58.
They just
Thank
choose
you.
not to.
Hold on a second.
But you gotta remember.
Hold on, Rodrigo. Let me. I'm not saying that they can spend over salary cap. I'm saying that they can have more players on their team that in the highest bracket of the pay. Some teams cannot have that.
No, Alex. Everybody rules the same.
Okay.
Nobody's allowed to have more. There's a cap on the most a player can make. There's a cap on that.
Yes, there is a cap on it. But I'm saying, like, you can have those most. You cannot have all 23 players to have that highest cap.
You can only have 2 now. Before you can have 3.
That's what I'm saying. Some teams are allowed to have more than just other ones.
No, man, no. It's because the way they structure their contract.
Jimmy,
Trust me, bro.
Jimmy, can I ask you a question? You know how in European, at least in football here, there's a lot of complexity when it comes to revenue. Like, look at Man City, for example, because I think salary cap is linked to a percentage of your revenue that you can spend on your salary, right? So is it in American sports? How complex? I don't know, maybe you probably... Is it complex
in America, they literally have a cap of... There's a cap and there's a bottom of how much you have to spend. Because, all right, in American football, the roster has 53 players. So the salary cap might be $300 million. So you have to make all those players fit within your $300 million. Now, there's little ways you can turn some of the salary into bonuses. And then, they got little ways to manipulate it. But basically, everybody has to stay within that same $300 million. And you can't really go over it. In basketball, they have what's a loose cap. That's what Alex is talking about. Some people will be willing to go over that cap, but you pay what's called a luxury tax. And you see that luxury tax, that money is taken and divided throughout all the teams.
Yeah, they've got the same thing in the MLS.
So like how we don't have relegation, we don't have teams don't get relegated, but the bad teams, they collect money also. And when you're a bad team, you get the top draft pick. So you get the first choice out of recruitment. If you understand, like how you recruit, like how here and European soccer, you just go for a player, and if he's available, you just buy him. In sports, there's a lottery, there's an order. The worst team go first, and you pick out of who you want. Now,
that's the beautiful game. That's what I was trying to understand. If that's how it works.
Hey, Jimmy, is a lottery gambling?
I bet it
the
is.
Draft lottery.
I bet
it is a form of gambling, right? Oh man, I don't know if they can watch that shit, man. But yeah, it works. And I know a lot of people be like, "There's no relegation, so American sports is stupid." Like, no, there's no relegation, but we have a draft system. We have the college system. It's all funneled up. So I understand from the outside looking in. No, it's not stupid. You're just rushing. Don't come with your
Lewis, I'm not bad, brother. Have a good day.
Pick up my guy Justice. Take care, brother.
Don't make me call you the R word. The R word.
Right. So
I cannot call you different word. You're
I'm American, bro.
You're
I'm
not
American. You A word.
You A word.
Right, big up to my guy Raven saying best window in 2 decades if we get rid of Shrek and Donkey plus the cardio cousins while making over 100 million in profit. I actually think that dream's going to become a reality. I feel like Gallagher's going to end up being part of the Caicedo deal. I feel like things are leading.
Me too.
In that
Yeah,
direction.
I had the same feeling, man. I'm like, I can see Gallagher running around like a headless chicken for them.
Same. They apparently want Brozier as well, potentially. I wouldn't mind keeping Brozier, but
yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't give them Brozier. Fuck
I
that.
think you'll probably.
No, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind.
Would you send him on loan, Lewis? Would you send Brozier on loan?
Loan, yeah, not sell him.
Yeah.
Don't
One of him
sell
or
Brozier.
Fofana has to. One of them has to.
I wouldn't sell Brozier yet. I don't think I would sell Brozier yet.
If it helps us get Caicedo, to me, necessary evil. If not,
I would sell him for Caicedo. Yeah. If I was
I
up
do
to
find
let
the
Caldwell
interest
go,
in him like very intriguing because it's not just Brighton. Like Napoli were rumored to be interested in him as a potential Osimhen replacement, and that's brazy in itself.
Even West Ham are looking at it.
Well, they're about to lose a striker. So.
They're about to lose Scamacca.
That makes sense.
Scamacca's about to leave West Ham.
He belonged to Roma.
Apparently.
He beat Moyes. Didn't even play him.
No, he did. He just played. He doesn't suit their system. So.
Okay.
What else is there? Bakayoko's been released.
Yeah,
he's out of it was a list of players released. I think only Pokadoku would know those names.
No, I know some of them. To be fair.
Oh, you didn't know some? I was looking at them names like
one of them.
I'm like,
one of them. So there was one of them that was literally in one of our Premier League squads, like the last or second to last game of the season for some reason.
Oh shit!
For no fucking reason.
Wait, let me see. I just saw the list on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up, man.
Yeah, it's like Fearbema, Wadey, who was a goalkeeper who was included.
I can tell it's a lot of Africans too, because I see people with 6 names. I'm like, yep, I can tell you.
I think it was there. I thought Bakayoko had a contract till next year though, so I was surprised when I saw this.
Yeah. That's why I was laughing. People saying, "Oh, Bakayoko back." No.
They only gave Ja Morant 25 games. That's it.
Henry Lawrence, I remember him.
Yeah.
And then we have Sterling.
Kante has a contract.
John Sterling, who's already gone to another club.
I think they have Kante.
I remember Dujon Sterling. That's been a while.
Yeah, Kante. I think they have him as offered. So in case. Obviously, he's going to Saudi Arabia, but in case he doesn't, he won't be considered as a new signing. I don't know. Maybe.
No, but it's a retained list. It's not like that's who you've retained for next season. We've offered a contract to Kante to try and retain him. That's what the retained list is. It's like
kind of in limbo.
Yeah, he's kind of in limbo because like this is the guys we've choose to release. Like we haven't chosen to release Kante yet. We've offered him a contract to see if we can get him to stay, but he may leave anyway. He may choose to go to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, so we actually have offered him something then?
Yeah. It's him, Tudor Mendu, I think his name is Tudor Mendu, whatever his name is, and some other guy.
Yeah, he's had a lot of hype under his name.
We even offered to contract to what's his name to Donkey. He just didn't accept it.
He wants to go Arsenal instead.
Yeah, I think with
big up Tyler saying Bakayoko or Drinkwater, choose one. I always say Drinkwater was way better that season than Bakayoko. Way better. And all he did was just keep things simple.
Drink poison, man. I don't know why I call him drink poison. His name is Drink Poison. Drink Poison. Drink Poison. His name is Drink Poison.
Remember that preseason under Tuchel? He actually played. He actually played all right now.
Oh, he was cooking. Yeah, he was cooking.
He was cooking. I think
when did we have Drinkwater under Tuchel?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, preseason. Remember at the beginning.
You remember preseason? He came out.
He came out and he was cooking. Him and Barkley.
I was about to say, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah,
Ross Barkley was fucking cooking. Yeah, I don't know if you remember. Barkley was cooking, man. Preseason Ross, he was out there cooking, wasting our goddamn time.
I was. Did anybody watch on YouTube like Chelsea has a live all the goals like continuously?
Yeah, the 2023 goals, the whole goal compilation.
Not 2023.
It came on my timeline the other day.
2000s, like 2000s.
2,000 goals. I meant, yeah, that's what I meant. Not
no. I'm saying from 2000, like and up, like the way.
and they just run them shits back to back. Foof, foof,
I was
foof.
just watching how quickly the ball was distributed from midfield to the Drogba to Hasselback to
Nah, man, you gotta
Robin.
drop Drogba's goal against Liverpool on opening day. Holy shit, that's the one that always make me just make the hair on my back stand up.
The Barcelona one that same season, it was similar to that one. Where
he bounced it off his chest and fucking turned him. Whop. Oh, that shit! Such a beautiful fucking goal.
I was more towards like how Lampard was passing, breaking the lines with outside of his
with those
foot.
passes. Yeah. We were. That was even under Mourinho. Like, how could they talk? How could they call that terrorist football? We used to kick ass.
I don't know, man.
What the fuck people talking about? We used to kick ass.
Oh, they just hated us. That's
yeah, they was hating, man. We used to kick ass. I mean, that was fucking beautiful football. It wasn't joga bonita, but it was beautiful, man. It was fucking beautiful. What I would do, I'll punch a 5-year-old in the chest to get that football back, man.
I'll punch it in the face.
Yeah, man, I ain't want to say that, man, but yeah, I would too, man.
I forgot how Duff was quality, how good of a quality player.
Yeah, Duff was tight. And people in the chat, relax. We would make sure the kid gets a steak to put on the swell, and we'll make sure he's back. But he's definitely gonna get that punch.
Ian Maatsen news. Apparently, Ian Maatsen from the Athletics. Chelsea rejected the Burnley offer and are planning to keep him.
I think they only sent like 15 million or some shit.
I don't quite know how that's going to work. But,
I mean, if they only offered 15, that makes sense why we would.
Yeah, it was a low ball. It was a low
ball.
No,
I don't mean rejecting the offer. I mean saying that they plan to keep it. Like, I don't quite understand.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they plan to keep him. They just rejected it.
Rejected that money.
4 left backs in the squad next season. What? We Gareth Southgate?
Nah, he's definitely gonna go. He should go on loan.
Yeah,
he should go.
We resign.
There's no way. It's no way he could think, "Oh, I need a pathway to." No, take your little punk ass on loan. You ain't even been in the Prem yet. Go on loan, get a season in the Prem. That would be best for Max.
The good thing
it's not like he's not like one of those young players I want to see rushed away neither, because Chilwell can't stay healthy. So that's my problem. I have no issue with Cucurella. This is his second season. We'll see what he look like, but Chilwell can't stay healthy.
Like
so
a Conbro. He got Conbro now.
Yeah, I see. You see, he got his hair braided to the back. I thought it was a black chick sitting next to him. I'm like, who braided his hair, man? Like, who did that? But yeah, I thought I would like to see Maatsen, stay around, go on loan, because if Chilwell get injured again this year, man, he got to go. He got to go. He's no Reece James. I ain't hanging around letting him keep getting better. He got to go if he keeps getting hurt. That's my problem with Chilwell. Like, and Xavi be sharing this compilation of Chilwell. I'm gonna block it next time because it's fucking with the way I look at Chilwell, because it makes Chilwell look so bad. Like, Chilwell had a shit season this year. He was so bad.
Well, yeah, I kept saying he was as bad as people got Cucurella for.
100%. He had the same impact. Like, he had a few good games, which Cucurella did as well, especially at the start of the season.
Yeah, he was.
Then had
bad,
a bunch of games
man.
where he just looked shit. Like, he just looked
so shit. Like, Xavi be sharing this comp. I'll be looking at
that UCL final tax is heavy, bro.
It's not like I'm going off the comp. It's just like when you see the bad play from that game, you remember how bad he played that entire game. Yeah. It's and not Jimmy, like, look at these plays. It's like, oh shit, I remember how bad he was that day. Shit, I remember how bad he was that day.
Remember that debate we had ages ago about best left back in the world, and that's why I take such issue with that. It's like, bro, you can't tell me after the season I've just watched that this dude's the best left back in the world. Absolutely not.
No. If he's the best left back in the world, I need to get my fucking boots, some shin guards, get out there.
If he's the best left back in the world, bro, just stop playing left backs.
Yeah, there's no left back. We need to give it in that position.
If only I will speak on the left back of Chilwell defensive skills, man. You'll see me losing my mind.
Yeah, he's terrible. One-on-one, he's horrible. One-on-one. Oh my god.
By the way, that link that we had with Valencia player, something.
The goalkeeper,
the striker. No.
Jackson.
Villarreal. Sorry, dude. Whoa, I like it.
Him? Yeah,
I like the look on YouTube. You can make me look pretty, but I'm saying the way he moves,
Yeah, yeah. It's certain when I look at comps, I don't really look at the result of what the play had. I usually look at the movement.
Exactly.
Yeah, I look at the movement and
the
the
intelligence.
off the ball move.
Yeah.
I don't look at the result of the play.
It reminds
All
me
I'm
of
saying is
Isaac.
there
It
is
reminds me of
equality
Isaac.
there.
I was about you, hey, Rodrigo, the same thing. I remember earlier I said I would rather a forward more like Isak than like the traditional like Vujovic, whatever his name is from Juventus. I'd rather like an Isak type of center forward. The guys that got a little tech to them, can move and then change, and they can actually hold up play also. That's what I want to see
The
up front.
problem
with him.
is Isak is not a center forward. He's not a center demanding center forward. That's
No,
the
but
problem.
but he can do it though. I've watched him do it.
Well, I don't have a sample so far. He's never played even for Newcastle as a center.
No, I've seen him play in the center. I see what do you mean he came on for it and played down the middle? What game was I watching?
Well, when Wilson is not there, possibly, but I'm saying he's not the one that all starts from the center. He
No.
goes around.
Yeah, Wilson is the
what
one.
I'm saying is like Isak for me is the same as that fraud from Argentina that Felix thinks that he has he's like a Pochettino wants him directly. Lautaro can't stand the fucking idiot.
No, Isak is better than Lautaro.
I know Isak
came to the Prem and did it. So
We're at the same position.
Same style.
I don't count him as a center forward. That dude that I watched yesterday, he's a center forward. He actually reminds me of the body movement of Tony, the gambler Tony.
Nicholas Jackson.
Nicholas Jackson. Oh man.
Hey, I'm impressed, Alex. Sometimes you bring out the BLM. You know, I have to maybe rethink the whole R word thing. But
he always read BLM, to be honest.
I always do.
Well, apparently it was reported Nicholas Jackson is like,
baby.
we're looking for him as more of a Broja Fofana replacement.
What?
One of them goes, but I don't know if he's going to come in to be a number one striker.
Yeah.
So,
What I've always been, even 22 years in the United States, I couldn't get along with locals. I'll more get along with people that has a different pigment in skin.
Yeah.
I know, Alex. I know you're Russian.
Oh, Alex, trust me. I know your accent alone. I know a lot of American white people look at you like,
I've been called Mexican.
I know your accent. I know they call Americans have no idea what you
drive from over here.
Yeah.
From Russia. How long goes the drive?
How long was the drive?
Oh, you had those questions too, Alex? You used to ask me how did I
but
get
you have
here?
an ocean. I was like, but no, people are like, but like I was like, but there's an ocean. We're like, yeah, but what about the other side? It's like another ocean.
Yeah.
Like, what about Sarah Palin? She said she can see Russia. Fuck, it's done. Conversation's done.
What did Johnny tweet? Lewis, they said Johnny tweeted about you. Or about Lewis?
Huh?
Nah, Lewis
Oh, it
isn't
said
the
Johnny
same,
tweet
right?
again.
Oh,
He just
okay.
said-
I thought he tweeted
So
about
now-
Lewis.
Not with this Martinez. I feel like when he gets here, we're gonna be saying we need a number 9.
Yeah, if that's the case.
We're
But I
gonna
mean, Poch must see something though. What do you think Poch see? Because he knows Nkunku's coming. So I wonder what he see.
This is
He
my
sees the
biggest problem
Argentinian
with.
flag.
This is my biggest problem with what people say, including Felix. He's my little brother from another mother. But no, that's not.
Oh,
you
shit.
haven't
Sorry,
talked
bro.
to Pochettino, so you cannot say what it is because I don't believe anything that comes out of the thing saying that like Pochettino
Oh, that's his
prefers
guy. That's Poch's
wants
guy.
this is guy, this guy. No. First of all, he hasn't been around Stamford Bridge for you to know it. Because he hasn't. He didn't sign up papers. There's no reason for him to be there.
Yeah.
Get into the job in July 1st.
Because I'm struggling to see how this guy, if you don't have a main center forward, how he's gonna fit in whatever we have.
I mean, well, technically, if Kai Havertz is for sale, maybe he sees them and he doesn't trust Mudryk and Madueke to go season. Maybe this is the reason.
Okay.
But I don't see us to do it unless we get the striker. I would like to see the striker, and then we can talk about this guy that has whatever the
maybe
who's
that Jackson
pointing
guy
at.
because he's a bit cheaper. He's like
No,
30
no,
million
no. I'm
euros.
saying, look, why, Rodrigo? Why you separating them? Why you put him in the same position? They're not the same target. This Johnny, whatever the guy's name is, what's his name? Johnny, what's his name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. He's a completely different profile of player than what this fraud is. Remove him from my face, please.
Must remove him from my face.
So what I'm saying is, like,
I was getting pissed off just looking at him.
What I'm saying is, like, look, we need a different profile of player. I agree with you. We can have him if Kai Havertz leaves, because I don't trust Mudryk and Madueke to go season in every week. I don't trust them. But you're young. We're not that good of the players yet. So I can see him coming in, but don't bring that face until you buy me a center forward, because I have plenty of players that can do his job. I don't have none that the other guy can do, which is center forward.
Interesting.
True.
Bayern Munich have apparently joined the race for Havertz in the past few hours. However, Arsenal's interest is more concrete.
I agree with you. Ziyech is better than Lautaro. No, I'll take the back.
Price 60 to 70 million.
Yes, he is.
Bayern consider Havertz as an alternative to Kolo Muani and Vlahovic, etc.
Jester said it yesterday. Jester said it. Jester said he has a feeling that Bayern Munich is going to come and swoop away Havertz from Arsenal. Holy shit. Jester, you were in the know, huh? You son of a bitch.
My nigga, it's a German striker. It's a German striker, but he doesn't have to be in the know. It's like calling apple.
Let's
no
go.
bidding war of Arsenal.
Yo, if Arsenal fans.
By the way, there's another troll needs to be. Did you see the report that's saying now even Saudis or Red Leagues don't know how the rest of the campaign will go for the club? Like they don't know. It's everything is in the Premier League hands and the government hands. The report.
Oh, Ben Jacobs were getting cooked, man, by United fans. Oh my God. They're so sensitive, the United fans. They think, because
when I said that, yes, you can. Yeah, the bid is won between the Qatar and the owners. Yeah, they agree on the money. Guess what? It's not only up to them. You can sell it, but Premier League is gonna.
You what?
Anyway,
we united. You can't talk about us. We're united, blood.
Oh, you're trying to do a Manc accent?
Yeah.
We're Manchester United, you know.
Yeah, we're united, blood.
We're Manchester United.
what kind of accent is that, man?
Sounds like something from Game of Thrones.
I don't know. Somebody sounds like the precious guy from Lord of the Rings.
Exactly.
To be fair, most United fans are from London anyway, so you don't have to imitate it.
True. The best ones.
United
this is major, man.
Oh wow, the donkey ears are even better on this one.
Yeah,
I sent the picture of that in the Twitter chat, lined up perfectly. If you look in the Twitter chat, man,
could be an Avi.
Are you on Twitter, Jimmy?
Of course. I don't post on my own page, but I talk shit on everybody else's. Everybody else's.
Fucks.
Alex.
Can I ask Steve, the Newcastle fan, when are you gonna join the race, bro? We need a bidding war.
Nah, man, no thanks. I'm looking at Schoberschlei from RB Leipzig. I'm looking at James Madison.
I said, well, Wilson is an injury-prone striker. We have a German striker that scored in Champions League.
I'm all right. Thank you for the offer. I thank you for the offer. I know you're offering out of the kindness of your own heart. You know what I'm saying? I get that little nice, that nice vibe, but I'm all set.
Listen, Madison in Newcastle is a problem.
Is living on free.
That's a problem.
Fans thinks he's coming to Arsenal.
Don't worry, Steve. We got something for you.
The mouth breather.
Mouth breather.
Imagine Arsenal fans thinks that Gundogan will decide to go to Arsenal after he won everything in England.
I'm sorry.
You know, I have a
conspiracy. I want
I-
to lose for 3 years.
I have a conspiracy about all these Man City players moving to Arsenal. So you know how some people will say, "Oh, well, Man City's B team could probably beat most teams." Well, what Pep is doing is he's using Arsenal as a social experiment, and he's using his boy Arteta and sending the B team players over to Arsenal to see if they're actually any good. But what he does know is that they're the B team for a reason. Right? Or they get moved, moved along.
Say Gundogan is a B team, so let's.
No. I'm saying what I'm saying is in terms of if Pep don't want him no more, then he would be considered the B team, like in a I don't know how to say.
I think Pep will do anything for them to actually.
But no, they offer him a contract.
Yeah, they've offered him a contract.
Yeah, they offered him a contract a couple
times.
times.
I think it's time to if I was him and I won everything in England, yeah, I'm moving away.
I just don't want to see him at Barca.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to go to Barca. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to go either Barca or even go to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. He's a World Cup winner. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
He won everything possibly can.
He won everything, man.
The club.
Yep.
So
he cleaned up the Prem. He came to the Prem and kicked ass.
So for I like, please, it's like what's his name? Igal yesterday on Terry's space. My God, I was laughing so hard, man. I even spent $7 on that fraud just to push him even over the edge even more.
Yeah.
What's his name? He was saying sometimes he feels that reporters are making specific specific articles just to piss off Arsenal fans.
Oh man, nobody don't care about y'all.
Well, every Premier League fan of their club claims that
he literally said
there's a conspiracy against us. The media hates us. They don't want us to do this. They don't want to do. It's all just a bunch of bitching and moaning.
All a bunch of bitching and moaning.
He literally said it. He said that the media has agenda against them.
And then
it's a playbook. It's a playbook. It's a script that these people read. I like Igal. Igal's my boy, but like, bro, I tell this guy all the time, bro, no one has it out for Arsenal. You just didn't do enough to win. Do better next.
Only people we could really know that they had it out for was Roman. It's been proven they had it out for Roman.
The conversation was about actual Rice. And how he's like not worried because yesterday all of a sudden Rice City got interest in Rice, and what happened was everybody was asking Igal, and Igal like, yeah, we did all the groundwork. I'm not worried. I'm worried.
What is groundwork?
Yeah, they show me what that fucking word. It's a word they throw around. The groundwork. The groundwork.
That groundwork worked well for them when we bought Mudryk right after their nose.
No, I want to know, did Tottenham do the groundwork when we bought Willian off the fucking medical table? He was literally in there naked with his cock and ball sitting on the fucking table, and Roman said, "No, come on, Nick, you and that fucking Brazilian penis, pick it up. Yeah. We out of here."
Bro, look, for me, the groundwork thing, all these journalist terms are just like, it's like posh language. I don't get it. Like, what does groundwork mean? Bro, groundwork is when you're dating a fine female or a male, if you like that thing, and you do the groundwork, like you take them out to a movie.
Way to be politically correct. Way to be politically correct.
No, whatever. Just bitches. We're only doing bitches. All right. Look, it's like groundwork. Is what it is if you taking this girl out to movies and your dinner dates and that's groundwork, bro. Groundwork. There ain't no groundwork on transfers. What are you gonna? We'll start to talk about Rice. Do you want to come? Yeah, sure. How much do you want? This and this. Okay. Let's see if your agent wants to do blah blah blah, bro. That's not groundwork. That's just how you get a transfer. Like, it's groundwork. But
yeah, what's I don't know. The groundwork if you work in the fields, that's the groundwork.
Yeah. But I don't know. These people just want to seem special, so they use these big boy words. It is what it is, man.
I mean, it's kind of believable considering how fragile players are these days. You got to assure them this.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with Mount. What we had to do with Mount.
Oh, you have to treat him like a toddler. You have to treat him like Giovanni Reina and his parents, bro. The parents are saying, "Why isn't my kid playing?"
Yeah,
yeah, that's the kind of bro. But oh my god, but it is what it is.
When I used to coach, that was the first. That was like it's so different to see the parents' face when they think that the kid is the best one.
Bro,
well, Alex, quick question: did you ever tell the parents that the kid was shit?
I didn't say I
found the politically correct way to say it.
Yeah, because I wasn't in the heat of the moment when those conversations happened.
That's a
I
good
did call them retards. They playing like a retards. That's why I got laid off. But
that'll happen. Yeah, that banner's useful.
But when it comes to tell you the truth, the kids were actually decent. The problem was
they were retarded sometimes.
As a team, like you play like as a team, you play like retards. Individually, it's a different story.
Let's try keep away from
like how Mexico played last night.
I didn't watch it.
Bro, they were
Not
terrible.
my cup of tea, man.
They make Everton look like a good possession.
Anyway, so I did have one of like I actually did something to the kid that what I was done.
Oh boy!
When I was young, I was moved from front to the back line, based on how I was want us team to play, and that parent came to me and asked me, "Why did you move my son into the defense?" He's and stuff like that. So, but at that point, it was actual genuine conversation, and I told the parent, "Look, I know what you think. He has that, and has that talent that you would assume that he has, because it looked like his father knew something about the game. But I tried to prove him that I respect the kid so much that I want him to be in defense, because his abilities for me is better in that position of the field than in the forward position on the field."
You're setting up your team to succeed and the individual to be a part of the team.
Individual to be a part of the team, not individual. That's the only thing I ever did, actually. But the kids are actually talented.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game for managers, teachers, etc. If you're in a position where you're teaching someone, coaching, you got to put the individual, you got to put them in the best, position to succeed and have them learn at the same time. It's a balance, bro. But yeah,
I think with kids actually, there's a little bit more emphasis on just their development and their growth as a player.
Look,
rather than the actual scoreline.
The biggest thing that you need to realize growing up, teaching lesson to young kids: know what you can do, and know what you can't. The quicker you find out that what you can do is have nothing to do with your abilities, it's how much you're ready to put the time in.
Yeah,
you're not ready. If you will know your abilities, stop at that point. The next point, if you're not ready to put the hard work, don't put it, because it's not gonna be the 100% hard work that you need to put in the first place. That's it. In sports, it's always that. Know where to stop. Another gambling situation. Know where to stop. No.
You got to know when to hold them.
I'm not even going to entertain that position.
Know when to walk away.
Yeah,
look over.
Spent more than enough time on that.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I was going to get a shirt as well. I was like, no, come on, man. But anyway, that's another story for the.
Hey, they'll probably do sponsorless shirts, so you'll have something. The sponsorless shirts might look better.
To be fair, that could be the case, because even though
fuck it, just rip it off. You can get it taken off.
Look, I seen your leak kit, and is it just me, or do? All right, you know how sometimes the logos, and I'm a nerd about this. I like graphic design and stuff, but the blue and gold logo.
Consider your graphic design a background of your room.
Yeah, I know that. We all look to improve.
That's like a closet.
Yeah, it's vibing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the gold and blue logo that you guys have on that leak shirt, if it was inverted, so basically fill in the gold with the blue and the blue with the gold, I feel like that would look a bit better.
I don't like that thing of the armpits. You know that armpit thing?
A gold kit with the blue logo.
So basically, all right, you see the lion.
The lion should be.
The lion is gold.
The should be.
I feel like, and maybe I'll have to mess with this later.
I feel like you can't do it. Manipulate that shit.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying
you're
is
talking like the 12-13 kit.
Yes.
Because I think that's what, that's the badge you were talking about.
I like that.
Essentially, like where the colors are
like the blue's
but
the primary
everything
color,
was gold, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice.
No,
Bro, I'm
this
just
is the
picking.
one. Oh, I'm pointing towards the camera. My camera is off.
Yeah, everything was
Yeah,
gold.
this one. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one, because
that's it.
Yeah, I feel like the logo on that league shirt
Arsenal
would look.
fans, you can't say that. You
Hold
see
that.
You see that? You see that?
Hold that.
Champions of Europe.
Champions of Europe.
Hold that.
By the way, that's my favorite color, favorite jersey of all time.
I know. I
That
wish I got the
specific,
Champions of Europe one.
No. It's not
that
about
one is a
Champions
Europa
of
League,
Europe. The design of the jersey was unbelievable.
I also feel like if the steak logo was kind of more like if it was gold, but then it had like basically a gold outline and then a blue.
Someone did a gold version on here.
Yeah,
I can't like. No, I can't like.
That one looked good.
For me, it's not the. It's not the.
Actually.
I can't lie. I still don't like it. It's just the font. It's not necessarily the. It's just the font just looks too like.
Yeah.
It's a Microsoft Word.
Yeah, it looks just too comical in a way. Like, you know how Samsung used to be? Like, even though that was a word, it looked clean because the font it was in. That just looks comical to me. That's why I don't like it.
But I still can't get past, you know, the white bits underneath the armpit. I can't get
Yes,
past
I
that.
agree with you. I agree with you. Why would you put the white under armpits?
I've only just clocked that. Yeah.
Perspiration. I don't know.
I guess you chubby guys worried about that white armpit, huh? Getting that yellow stain under there.
Yes.
Actually, it's gonna make you look slim, though. It's gonna make you look slim.
Yeah, it does slim you out. Yeah, the way it's cut, it does slim you out, man.
First of all, if you're fat, you're fat. Nothing
That's what
gonna
I'm
make
saying.
you look slim.
Just straight to it, bro.
You could get a BBL.
Yeah.
Yeah, men are getting BBLs now.
Maybe what is his name? Koulibaly got one because in the chat they were talking about that.
Yeah, they was talking about his ass. I'm like, yo, what chat is this? I'm like, I know it's Pride Month, but whoa.
Bro, some Arsenal fans I saw on Twitter, they're like doing polls of like the most attractive male players, and it's not like these like thought accounts or whatever. It's like men discussing who's the most attractive Arsenal player on Twitter. I'm just like, what, bro? What is this?
What is this?
If they fancy them,
I get that. I get
No,
that.
but
I know Alex doesn't mind that.
My point was, I don't care if we have a team of John Joe Shelby's mixed
Alex,
with frickin'
okay.
Maguires. If they ballers, they ball.
Talk about handsome or ugly all the time. It's fine. It's fine.
I've seen that.
Okay.
Big up Liga now.
Yes, sir. If you like
Alex,
it,
I'm not lying. You
go.
know I'm not lying. You know.
Well, it's
I'm
funny
not
because
lying. It's
guess
fine.
what? Remember, Real Madrid didn't get Ronaldinho because they thought he was ugly.
But ended up with Modric.
No, they ended up with fucking
David Beckham.
David Beckham. Yeah. But
That makes
I think we know who got the better player.
I was going to say, they didn't sign Ronaldinho, and then their fans ended up giving him a standing ovation after he smacked their team.
After he fucking put them in the biggest spliff ever.
I understand, like, yeah, with Ronaldinho, I think they would like Ronaldinho. You knew what kind of player he was before they signed him. But I kind of understand the situation with the guy is too ugly for my team.
See, that's what I'm saying. Alex,
Is it because they're too ugly for their team, or is it because they're not good footballers? Because you notice it more when they're not good footballers, like Maguire.
I like to see a team photo, and I don't like the guy to ruin it. Like that guy from Germany, what's his name?
Sula.
Sula, yeah. That guy doesn't deserve to be in my team. That guy looks
I
like
hate the way he looks.
Bro, Sula looks like Hasselhoff on steroids, and then an NBA
Sula
2K.
I can't lie.
he has a van with ice cream truck
long
in it,
ass.
and,
I can't lie. He does look a little bit like a thumb with hair.
yeah.
Who? Put his you got a picture of him, Lewis? Put him up.
Search up Nicholas Sula. S-U-L-E.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
just
put
look
that
at
up.
how much he will ruin the team photo.
Right, he literally looks like a thumb with hair.
That's
bro.
a very good description. Thumb with hair, I definitely agree. Just the size and
A
shape
thumb
of his
with
head.
hair.
Actually, I
That
tell you
is
what, he looks
fucking
has
like.
no
hilarious.
He looks
definition.
like. He looks. You know those dolls that you can put like people's faces on, like a picture. He looks like that to come to life.
Yeah,
with
and they
hair.
stitch it together. Yeah, and they stitch
Big up
it
my
together.
guy, Stiller, bro.
Oh,
Your guy.
dope. Oh, the
That's
voodoo
it.
doll.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know him. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
So look at the distance between the eyes of this guy. You
No,
can
he
tell
really
me
does
that
look like
there's
Shrek.
air
It's
word
like
in it.
literally, yeah.
Yeah, he look like
There's
Shrek. If you
literally
put the
in
little Shrek horns up there, he look like Shrek.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yep, he
This
look
is
like
lit.
Bro, you want to hear good? You want to hear now? If we're talking ugly footballer names, there's a striker for Willem II in the second division of in the second division of the Netherlands. His name is Jizz Hornkamp. J-I-Z-Z. Lewis, look it up. J-I-Z-Z.
No, Louis, turn off
Hornkamp.
your screen first.
What?
There's a footballer who plays for Willem II. His name is Jizz. J-I-Z-Z Horn K-A-M-P.
What did
That's
you guys
his
see?
name. Jizz Hornkamp. He is a
Jizz
baller.
Hornkamp.
That's a name of a it's his name.
What
Look
was
it
the
up.
surname?
Hornkamp.
Hornkamp. H-O-R-N-K-A-M.
How the hell
my
your name is
God.
gonna be sperm
Wait, who
and
does he
horny?
play for?
Willem
Horny
II.
sperm.
Yeah, no,
Because
he
the
can't
parents are
he
owner
can't
of
come
the
to England.
Pornhub.
He can't come to England. He ain't
They
gonna
would
be taken.
destroy him.
I was going to say, he can never play for this club. There's not.
Lewis is
If he ever plays for this
Lewis
club,
is
no one's
about to
ever
Google
buying a
like
kit with
I
his
was
name on the back.
Googled.
Oh my gosh.
It's a real thing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hornkamp.
Yeah, you can't come to the Premier League, bro. Respect.
Yeah, he would be spraying too many balls all over the place, bro. He'd be lethal. He'd be lethal, man. The penetrating runs, yeah, man.
Whatever
Can
team
you
he goes
can
to,
you
rival
imagine
fans are
hold
having
on
a
a second.
fucking
Hold on a second.
weekend
Can
with
you
this.
imagine commentator saying, and Jizz is penetrating.
Plays a penetrating ball for his
Hornkamp. Just all over them. Hornkamp.
Jizz dribbling down the wing.
Oh my day! Can you imagine when he take? Who is he? A goalkeeper? Is he? What position does he play?
Striker.
Wow!
plays
Imagine
forward.
when he takes a
He
shot.
plays forward
Hornkamp
over
takes a
here.
shot.
Forwards or right back? What the fuck?
So he's Mikel Antonio. He's Mikel Antonio, basically. Because Mikel Antonio went to West Ham as a right back, ended up as striker.
How are you a forward / right back?
Mikel Antonio.
He's
That's the only one I could think of.
Yeah.
In my school, I had the French girl called Fanny.
Yes. Yeah.
Why, you know her?
There is a woman named Fanny. There's a Hungarian one too, who plays
That's
for
pretty
Ferencváros.
His parents aren't good people, bro. They knew what they were doing. They're not good. They're terrible. Oh, how did he get through fucking childhood? How did that work?
Speaking
Why
in
do they
that,
not
I
speak
think
English?
he pronounces Y, so that's be years. I think.
Yeah,
He is
probably.
on camp.
Yeah, that sounds so much better. He yeezed on you.
Bro, shout out Jizz Hornkamp all day, every day. That's my boy, you know what I'm saying?
But how can he be a striker and a right?
He should
back?
go to Luton Town. He goes to Luton Town, bro. He bags 30. Easy.
Jesus,
Easy.
Brother Jesus.
Half the
That's-
comments
that's
are held for review. You're kidding me, bro. That is mental, bro.
Bro, he's
He's just got left.
Oh, well, big up Jizz Hornkamp. And yeah, shouldn't come to England, bro. Shouldn't come to England.
Go him.
We're lucky he didn't play for us for a while, otherwise Christensen would have got pregnant. For fuck's sake, man.
the Danish Maldini,
That's
bro.
actually a good
Respect
one. Give him credit. That's a good one.
it. See, this is why I follow football around the globe. You got to have. Yeah. Basically,
I see.
Basically,
You follow
Scouting.
the DGs. You follow the Jesus of the world.
Fuck, you know.
Yo, why would Brighton want Conor Gallagher?
Who cares?
I'm not asking questions.
McAllister.
Yo, you know you got 40 products. You don't mention it, bro. Just take the money, give them the receipt, keep
That's a
it on the
question
way.
you were asking earlier. No takesies, backsies.
No, trust me, no refunds.
No takesies, backsies.
It's funny the
That
way
was
you
fucking
say it.
hilarious. That was fucking hilarious,
No
man.
Texas Backsies.
No takesies, backsies,
Like
man. That's fucking hilarious.
Policy.
It's written in his contract like that.
Oh man,
There's no
takesies, backsies, man.
Derby will go back and say, "What does this guy even do?
We
All he
cannot
does is
put him
run
on
around."
layaway. We cannot use him on the layaway either.
What if Conor Gallagher go to Brighton and learn how to dribble, man? I'll be pissed off.
I'll be pissed.
Actually, no, he's not as bad as players Scott thinks. But
no, he's fucking annoying. I know why Scott hate him. It's not like he's not trying. It's not effort or none of that. He's just not good.
Yeah,
he's just not good. And when in the positions he end up with, you be like, why him? Why? Why he knows where to be but don't know what to do with the ball?
Skameka, how good of he is and nobody heard of him since.
I mean, bro, for me, Conor Gallagher, he just runs around everywhere. He's an effort and passion merchant. That's what you get from him. That's why he plays. And he must have like N'Golo Conte stamina. I don't know, but
and
he don't have to
that when he comes to Newcastle.
Yeah, he's like he's like a Z-Tech. Z-Tech Conte.
He's a Wish version.
To be fair, Eddie Howe made a player out of Sean Longstaff. So hey,
no, he made a play out of putting Joe Linton in middle field. Like, how the fuck he do that?
I remember that game too when it first happened. So what?
Remember when everybody laughed when Chelsea was going for that Everton kid and
Gordon.
All of a sudden,
what? Tom
Gordon
Davies
ended up being better than Havertz.
No,
Anthony Gordon.
I said I liked it, and I still think he's a decent player.
Yeah, it's a player there. It's a player there.
He's a player there. Same as in what's his name, Gallagher. He just we didn't look.
I'll play him right wing back.
No, I'm saying like I'm not gonna go all the way and say all the players that played are completely shit, and nothing but shit.
Cocaine kind of man, really?
Based on Chelsea season.
Cocaine kind of man.
Cocaine corner, bro.
But you know what? I give it to him because there was a lot of plays in that Chelsea team over the last season that barely even ran, barely even like could be asked half the time. And he was one of the very few that was at least busting a gut. So even though he weren't good enough to be to play for Chelsea next year, I wish him well and hopefully he does well for like.
No, but the thing is, he has to agree to go. I think.
OTC, are you boxing?
I want to stay here.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Nah, I think Gallagher, he has to get it by now. Like it's
How
not.
old are you?
If Potts come in and say, "Look, man,"
like you trying to reach the level of boxing, or you just do it for yourself?
No, I just
if you don't mind me asking.
No, I just like what I used to box recreationally. Yeah, so
okay,
like anyone trains football.
Yeah.
Basically, nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to go pro or anything.
No. I like the sport. I'm learning a lot about the sport.
It's tough. It's a very tough sport.
Yeah.
It's very tough.
I don't know how. Just don't ask questions.
Just
hopefully
receive.
They don't get sense.
So imagine the miss on Havertz, he goes to Bayern, and the miss on Rice, he goes to City, and Caicedo comes to us.
No,
if they're dropping Caicedo, they're going to put everything into
Oh my gosh. Do you know that fucking fan base would explode, bro? Like they would really go looking for that dude. What's his name? Edu, yeah. I think they would go looking for him with fucking pitchforks and fucking
especially if it doesn't work. Do you know how angry he's got war over Willian every week? Havertz will be times 10.
No, that Edu brother's a victim.
He was in Poland telling people that he's in Poland to sign Mudryk when Mudryk was in Turkey.
Yeah.
And then he came back with Kiwior.
Yeah, he came back with Kiwior,
and then there was a picture surface him with Russian hookers and Ukrainian hookers.
You went
I didn't get Mudryk, but I had a good weekend, so charge it.
You know, with some players, like you can see they have like skills, have something. Even when we saw Willian, I was like, all right, he can do something. With Havertz, I'm like, I'm not worried at all. He's like, he's got nothing.
At least I can have some more pets.
He got nothing. I'm not gonna say he's not nothing.
Do you think Kai Havertz chooses food like? No.
Chooses his food.
Oh, you got. Hold on. Piece of
Oh, Euro expert saying everybody's wrong about Lautaro. I'm gonna have to go look into that.
I bet that's how. I bet this is how Havertz chooses food.
Well, like a donkey.
No, but
he doesn't have food. He has sweets. Remember, he needs Skittles to have a good one.
No, with Havertz, it's a tough one because I don't think the Premier League is not for him, in a nutshell. Because every time I watch him for Champions League, when he played for Germany, the actual level of performance is generally higher than when he's playing in the Premier League. I don't think the Premier League suits him whatsoever. So he's better off going to. For me, if I was him, I'd just go to like
Bayern.
Not even. I'll go Bundesliga. I'll go, Madrid if they want me. I would say in the Premier League. Premier League is not for him. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, bro, it's like I'm pretty simple, right? So let's use Conor Gallagher, for example. What was his best year of his career so far? On loan at Palace. So right now, that's his level. What's Havertz's best season as a professional? At Leverkusen. So what's his level? Leverkusen. Right here, right now.
I'll see you guys later. You enjoy.
Do you know why? That's pretentious. Do you know? I think that's pretentious.
Rodrigo,
because you say it was his best season.
Bro, take it.
Yeah, Ziad, stay in your lane. Don't do
what, bro?
Sniffing.
Habibi.
What, bro?
Don't do Habibi.
Why not, man?
Havertz. The reason why I say it's a weird one because I don't think he's adapted to the Premier League. That's why. That's why. So when you say his best season at Leverkusen, if he was at another Premier League club, let's say Arsenal, he would do fairly okay in the Champions League. For Germany, he would do fairly okay.
Why would he do okay at Arsenal? How would he even play?
No, he said in the Champions League specifically for Champions League.
Specifically the Champions League. And
Champions League. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, because it's more space. Yes.
Specifically for Germany, he'll play well. That's why when you say his best season was at Borussia, Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah,
it's because he wasn't playing in the Premier League. I don't think he's as adapted to Premier League. So you can't look at Bayer Leverkusen compilations and say, oh, yeah, it's Chelsea that messed him up. Bro, yeah. Your starting position, okay, for majority of the time for us, he was playing as a number 9 or in that forward position. But he found himself in so many positions, like on the wing, in a number 10, where we're even on the counter attack, and he needs to, through ball to, I don't know, Pulisic, whoever. You find yourself in these positions, and he's flopped at all occasions. So, Premier League is not for him. I don't think he can adapt to the Premier League any way, shape, or form. But I do think he'll grow and do better abroad. That's why.
What I worry about Havertz is when he leaves. For me, the most important part of a player's career at the young stage is like ages 20 to 23. Because like if you're a 19, 17, 18-year-old and you break out, then when you get to that 20 mark, if you are that good still, you'll either be a part of that team squad and starting 11, or you're a rotation player heavily used, or you move on to a bigger club and then you integrate. For me, I just don't think Havertz ever he hasn't developed since his Leverkusen days. In fact, he's probably gotten a bit worse. That for me has been Havertz's biggest problem. And yeah, sometimes the move don't suit a certain player. Like even look at Coutinho when he went from Liverpool to Barca. Liverpool, he was on fire. He was on smoke, but for some reason, it just didn't work out at Barca. That's probably because Coutinho's best position for Liverpool was a 10, and there was some guy called Messi at Barca playing the 10. So then you can't move Messi from his position. You're bringing in Coutinho to, okay, Messi's playing pretty much every game. I got to throw you right wing, left wing, next to Messi, etc. So Some leagues just don't suit certain players.
I'd say it didn't suit him if it weren't for his application being the problem. Because if it didn't suit him, I feel like the problem with Havertz would be more that he would be invisible, or that you don't really notice him and stuff like that. I notice him. It's because his application's poor.
Right, that bro, and
That's
I
still think he's invisible. I still think he's invisible in a lot
No,
of
to
games.
me, Mount's more invisible. He could disappear in a game. I'd never know.
You are correct. Yeah,
he's like against Borussia Dortmund, Havertz. I believe he scored once, but he missed a sitter. He was having some sort of
He scored a retaken penalty because
right.
missed the first penalty.
Yeah,
it was a good game though. It was his best performance that season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I definitely agree more with OTC. It's pretty clear. I think that the league is just too quick for him. He has that silky style. He kind of plays everything at his own pace, but he doesn't have the quality to, even though he moves to a faster league like the Premier League, to raise that and can be consistent in what he does. He doesn't have that level. He needs to like apply himself more. He needs to break out of that kind of silky mode because the league is quicker and it requires him thinking, acting quicker.
Moyo, I don't necessarily think to add on to that point, I don't necessarily think with that though. It's also, I think it does come down to a lack of ability in a way, because we've had players who have been that type of player, and it worked because their level of ability was so much higher, like a Berbatov or a Bergkamp.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have the level to adjust, even like
they
to
could
keep
be
his
that
pace.
way.
Right.
They could continue to be that way because their level of ability was so much higher than other players, where it's like, even if you can be a bit slower, you can have more time on the ball, or allow yourself to have more time
Because
on the
you
ball.
think that quickly.
Yeah.
You can still
Whereas Havertz doesn't
continue,
have that.
right.
He
Yeah,
can't
he
afford to take that time. So he has to adapt.
Exactly.
Which he hasn't.
Exactly. That's
now
exactly
what?
I'm saying.
Now to kind of transition into something else, talking about Nkunku, because obviously this is another Bundesliga attacker, puts up prolific numbers, Champions League, UCL, Bundesliga, etc. For me, I'm not worried about that. Maybe these will be famous last words and he's a flop for you guys. But for me, when I watch Nkunku, he's more involved in the game. He's not like silky like Havertz, really. He's just more to it. He gets to the point.
More dynamic and can operate nicely in tight areas. Like you could see that even with Werner. Like you can see, even when you watch compilation, sometimes you see like the first touch, the dribbling. You can see he's there. Like this guy, the level, the fundamentals are way above what Havertz was doing at Leverkusen. Even if you go back and watch Havertz at Leverkusen, he could do a nice pass here and there, but it wasn't refined. Like in Nkunku, you can tell there is a player there.
Yeah.
Like,
for me, he reminds me of like an Anelka regen. I don't think he has the attitude problems of Anelka. Definitely not. But like for me, he's just he just reminds me of him for some way. The kind of not a huge guy, but just turn of pace, good shot. Kind of I don't know, just the way he moves. It's
as well. We need that in our team. We don't have any set piece taker.
Yeah, absolutely. Lewis, are you worried about Nkunku?
I think at the most he'll need some time to adjust, but like other than that, it's not really too much to worry about. It all depends on the team you build around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also as well, I think the last person to be top goal scorer in Germany was Haaland, and he came to Premier League and was completely on storm. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, certain players could hit the ground running. Other players,
we can't really do that all the time, though. But we can't really do that all the time because the previous top goal scorer in Germany before Haaland was Werner
and Lewandowski.
Sorry, was Lewandowski and then Werner. My mistake. But
yeah,
you get my point. Like,
so it's like you don't know what you're getting half the time.
That is the problem. That's why like I normally have some issues in talking about goals and assists with attackers because like that's cool. But talk to me about their application in terms of like their ability. Talk to me about their attributes. Talk to me about this. Don't tell me, oh, he got this many goals. Cool. How did he score the goals? Was it off the shoulder? Was it he was like a fox in the box type striker? Was it he's picking them up from deep and smashing like 30-yard goals every game? Talk to me about how he scored. Don't tell me what
first touch to create separation.
Yeah.
And
if you look at Haaland, for
could
example,
the goalkeeper have saved it?
You look at Haaland, for example. Haaland's got as many goals as he did, and so many of those goals were different. He was scoring goals where he was picking them outside the box and first time in them, or like one touch and then out of his feet into the bottom corner like he did against Bayern one game. Or they were goals inside the 6-yard box. Or sometimes they were goals where he, create a bit of space for himself managed to get away from the defender and then score. Like, it was all manner of goals. Whereas with Werner, so many of his goals came from off the shoulder runs, getting in behind, and it's like, cool, that works the first like 2 or 3 times. The 20th time doesn't really work because the team understands what you're going to do and they just mark you out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing with Timo Werner also was, for me, he played his best football at RB Leipzig. It was a left winger, and he would have a Poulsen or someone like that. He could combine with Emil Forsberg, someone like that, to feed him the through balls in transition in particular, because that's what the Bundesliga is a lot of. Outside of Bayern München, who are obviously possession, they'll just keep shot. A lot of it's transition. Bundesliga is very back and forth, so it is a lot of transition. So for me, I think, and the other thing that Nkunku has also is that when he's at speed, he doesn't like lose the ball. For me, like when he gets the ball, he just glides with it. He doesn't go too fast, too slow. He dribbling on the ball wise, he's phenomenal, and he knows when to shoot. So I think it'll be a baller for you. It just depends what position you play him in, and if you move him around, just like I've talked about on the channel previously about João Felix or Dybala at Juve towards the end, where he didn't have a set position, the manager scrambling, where I'm gonna play him here, play him right wing, left wing, striker, attacking. Bro, just having Nkunku, and I think Pochettino will do that anyways. Pochettino's pretty consistent with this player plays here.
That's a good thing. That's the reason I really, when you look back and compare Pochettino with Nagelsmann, for example, you see you in Pochettino you have a manager that every weekend you probably will know how Chelsea will approach those games. With Nagelsmann, you might not know. Some weeks you see a back three, maybe after 2-3 weeks, you might switch it back to a 4-3-3 and change it all around.
More styling, bro. Sorry, Rodrigo.
We need the money. Come.
Yeah. We listen.
Run the peas, man.
Yeah,
Caicedo don't pay for himself.
Trust me, the money's got to drop. We want it. Yeah, we want it.
Do it quickly. We'll give you a free Gallagher.
Yeah.
But then he can't come to Newcastle, Lewis. Then he can't.
As long as he doesn't wear
the
shirt. You should be happy.
Oh no, I am.
No. If Gallagher and Lukaku's another one, yeah. If they don't want to leave when we tell them you got to go, for me, I just think you just got to be trained in the corner on your own.
U23s.
Yeah.
No. Don't even do that. Don't allow him to be around those guys. Tell him to sit at home and do fuck all. Eat pizza all the fucking time if he wants to. I don't care. He can do what he wants as long as it's at home and not anywhere near the. Bro, I don't care if he doesn't play football for the next year. I don't want him anywhere near the team. Anywhere near any of the team.
You can tell him, obviously.
Fabrizio's now reported saying matter of time for Kovacic to City. Personal terms done, still discussing on final details.
I can't believe we're making 40 million euros.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Fair enough, bro. Fair amount, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Really.
How many years do y'all think? How many years y'all think Kovacic has left? How old is he? 29.
I think he's 29. I think he will play. I think eventually he will be more of a deep lying playmaker.
You mean good years, right?
Yeah, like years that
like two good years left.
Yeah. I think he'll transform into a deep lying.
Yeah.
I don't see him playing further forward, like advanced midfielder. I think you'll see him playing deeper.
Yeah.
That's not anymore. That's not a problem. So we got 40 million and he can go.
I mean, his main asset is breaking lines with his dribbling. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose that. You're gonna make him a deep line playmaker. What does he become?
Gonna lose that because
he's gonna be a shell of who he is. I don't think he has those traits to be a.
He's a freak athlete too, Kovacic.
Yeah.
He's a freak athlete.
He just can't make a 3-yard pass in the final third. That's his problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't let me get on his shooting. Oh my gosh. Rosette, look out.
He scored that one banger against Liverpool, I think.
When he scores, when he scores, it's going to be in the top 10 goals. But you're only getting 1 or 2 of those a year.
Yeah. No. When he takes a shot, or when he's on the team sheet, everyone on both sides behind the goal just should wear like some kind of helmets or something. because you're just gonna
Yeah,
get
because
hit by this guy.
that shit is flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's
And
flying.
it's never at the goal. It's literally like it never have a chance. Like the goalkeeper don't even move.
Oh,
He just
Kai Havertz update from Felix.
Uh-oh.
Understand Chelsea expect a bid from Arsenal for Kai Havertz imminently. Chelsea are prepared to accept a bid above 60 million after previously asking for above 70 million. So
Wait,
they've lowered
what? You guys are making how much do you buy him for? 80?
No, 70. No, 72.
Oh my god!
Wow,
bro. They're pulling off some Maria type shit right now.
Wow,
this is robbery.
You recoup.
Actually, Jimmy, I don't know if you just said that, but like on this point, by the way, this is why when people talked about Marina and all the good she did in terms of outgoings, hey, cool. All that these guys are showing ain't that hard to get your money back on some players.
Exactly, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to hold on to them for 3 years.
Exactly, bro. You'd have to wait 4 years, send them on four different loans,
get
hope they
the fuck
recoup
rid
their
of
value.
them. Yeah, you'll take a $10 million hit. That's cool. All right, get the fuck out. It's not like not like we didn't get nothing out of him. He scored some important goals. Those was worth 10, 12 million. Okay, bye.
Look at what with Kovacic. Like, so we made like an £8 million loss on him, but we got a number of good years, including a player of the season,
Exactly.
And you got
he won trophies.
And he's 4 years older than when he first joined. So obviously his value.
What injuries?
That's a profit in my mind, brother.
No.
That's a fucking profit.
I mean, how much do you win? How much prize money do you get for winning UCL? And that's what exactly.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But
probably over 100.
Yeah, respect to Todd and these man, because in the negotiation room, we're not moving like Edu. That's all I'm saying. We're not moving like Edu and these bonds.
Another one as well that would have happened had other circumstances. We were about to make 15 million on Loftus-Cheek.
Just like that, imagine.
That's our fifth choice midfielder. We just if it hadn't been for the whole Maldini thing, we've made 15 million on. Like, cool.
Yeah. Bro, don't worry. Juve will come in. Bro, Juve are linked with Odriozola to be a Quadrado.
It was 80. It was 8. Sorry, it was 85 million. 85 million for winning Champions League this year.
There you go.
85 fucking million.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
get
a lot of
60,
fucking
man.
money, bro.
That's damn.
That's
crazy.
That's a lot of money.
It's not a hard figure though. It also depends like how many games you win in the group stages and
the build up.
If you get to the final,
Well, that's the maximum prize. I'm sorry. Yeah, the maximum prize.
Okay.
85 million. Yeah.
Yeah, if you get to like the final, I mean, already you've made 80 to 90% of the total. The final is like an extra little bit, like 20 or something.
Yeah.
15.
And then one of the comments said 2-time Chelsea plus the TV money. TV money too. Jesus, yeah. And then you're getting 60. Bro, the thing is that boggles my mind with this. You're paying 60 million. So you're telling me a Premier League team is spending around 60, 50, whatever M's on a player that doesn't even start for them.
That don't start. I don't see what he does for them. I really fucking don't. Because he's not an Odegaard. He cannot pass like Odegaard.
I think
he cannot shoot like Odegaard. He can't do. He's not an Odegaard.
Like, bro, if I was Arsenal, I'd go after Jonathan David. They need a number 9, bro. They need a number 9. That's what I'll be doing. You could get Jonathan David from Lille for around.
They need Havertz, bro. They need Havertz. They're watching us. They need Havertz, fam. Yeah, 60.
I mean, bro, I respect it. I respect Chelsea over Arsenal, anyways. You know, winners over losers. But yeah, man, hey, it's Arsenal. They doing their stupid thing. They can miss out on Jonathan David. I don't care. But
they want to take Havertz. Take him, please. Take him. Nobody fuck this up.
It's gonna be glorious next season. Can you imagine AFTV when Havertz misses 10 chances? Nah.
Oh,
that bro.
It only took them 2 games with Willian to turn on him.
He's literally, bro. Nketiah is literally a better finisher than Havertz too. That's the mad part.
He don't start over anybody in their squad. I don't understand it at all.
Who cares?
Oh wow, Bayern Munich about to hijack the kid from Napoli.
Oh yeah,
Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen,
Center back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Kim
center
Min
back.
Jae.
I thought he was going to Man U. Holy shit.
Bro, that guy, Kim Min Jae's a demon, bro. He is an absolute demon. I love that guy. I watched him at Fenerbahce 2-3 years ago too, and I was like, oh, this guy looks good, man. He's strong, good on the ball, aerially dominant.
He doesn't
Well,
really
Bayern
have
got to get rid of that donkey they got in center back.
Upa mechanic, yeah.
Open mechanic, man. He is fucking horrible. He's a fucking walking mistake, man. Jesus Christ.
He was,
You talking
bro. He kind of is like a Maguire, because for me at RB Leipzig, Upamecano played his best when he was in the middle of a back three alongside Simakan and Vili Orban, the Hungarian guy.
Yo, this fucking dude really knows every player. I can tell you, like, this shit is just flowing. Like this, Lewis, we gotta keep him around more, man. When we need enough information on the player, he's our guy here. This guy knows
What you
every
say, like,
fucking
honorary
he's a
Chelsea.
scout, basically.
Yeah.
A big up
Yeah, like
Take
this
that,
shit is
bro.
on point. I can tell, man. That shit is just flowing. I can tell, man. I can tell.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey man, that's how you discover gems like Jizz Hornkamp,
Just so it can't, man.
Bro, what a baller. Oh man.
Trust me.
Can't believe
Very
it.
good. Very
Yo,
good
so-
right back and striker.
Yeah. Wait, so who else are y'all planning on selling? Actually, no, here's a question. Is there any leaks or whatever journalist crap about Slonina?
We're not too sure on his situation.
Yeah.
Probably alone.
Yeah, it's probably got to be a load deal.
Yeah, he needs time. He needs playing time.
Yeah.
I hope
Do you
it's
want-
alone. Yeah.
They speak really highly of him. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was
like
big
a
talk over here
generational
because
talent.
he was so young and he was playing in the MLS and he was like one of the top keepers for such a young. Yeah, he was young as hell playing in MLS.
There might be a player there still.
Yes, I can tell you, I was talking to an Ecuadorian dude, and he was fucking
Gendry.
Yes, he cannot stop. He said, because he asked me who my team was. I said Chelsea. He said, listen to me. He said, our player that you guys just signed. He said, if you don't know, he said, I think it's 3 years we have to wait for him. He said,
2025.
yeah, he said, wait in these few years. He said, you're going to see something that and he said, this guy is a kid. He said, he's a kid. He said, he's a baby. And he be giving it to them grown men out there. Pause. Baby. He said he's a baby and he play amongst grown men. Like he played in an adult league at like 15, man. Well,
Bro, it's crazy how they move in South America. I'm pretty sure Radamel Falcao made his debut in Colombia when he was literally 14.
That's fucking crazy.
Same with James Rodriguez. I think he was like 14 or 15 making his first team debut.
Crazy.
Like,
Well,
bro,
look at that
what?
kid. Look at
Good enough,
Endrick,
you're old
man.
enough.
Yeah, you good enough. You're Endrick. He be out there bullying grown men in Brazil, and we
Mhm.
know Brazilian football is not no weak fucking league. And I be looking at him. When we was trying to sign him, I was like, please, please, please get him. We didn't get him, but I didn't mind the fight. I did not mind the fight.
Just for anyone thinking about Koulibaly to Bayern potentially on loan, because I know that has been spoken about. Bayern are reaching close to full agreements on terms of Kim Min Jae. Still no bid from United.
They're getting him. They don't need anyone else.
Yeah, you're right. United fucked up.
United, bro. And we're gonna finesse them from Mason Mount. This is glorious. This is glorious.
Well, at least we know they got the money for that.
It's a bit of a weird one because
Yes,
they're on the what's it called? Their club's been sold. Apparently, they're looking to get their Qatari owners.
Yeah. The Qatari owners officially started a company here in England to buy the league. It's gonna go through. It's still gonna take a little while. Everybody got to be vetted and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a little minute. I don't think they're gonna get anything in, but through the Qatari people this transfer window. But January, look out.
Bro, I think you honestly might, bro. I think it might take years for them to actually step in as well. Because you think about it. I don't know if y'all remember because the Saudi Arabia Newcastle talks, that was going on for
Forever.
about 2.5 years.
For
2.5, 3
fucking
years, there were some rumblings. The whole problem was there was a problem with Qatar and Saudi Arabia over some piracy over some BN Sports Premier League.
Over the sports thing, yeah, with TV.
That got uplifted, and as soon as that did, boom, PIF stepped in last year. So, bro, I would not and think about it too. You've got a section of Manchester United old heads or whatever. They don't want the Qataris, so that those protests, bro. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't think
they've done. They want someone that they can relate to. If I want to say the right way.
The same skin color. Let's just call it how it is. Some of them.
Yeah. So they want their football club to be worse. Make it make sense.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim
Ratcliffe have Chelsea season tickets. Why the fuck would they want him to own?
Nathan Gissing Havertz update. So
interesting.
Apparently Arsenal have had their first bid rejected for Kai Havertz. Chelsea are hoping for 75 million, although there's a feeling a deal can be agreed for less than this figure. Chelsea ideally wanted to keep Havertz, but the forward is keen on a move to Arsenal. So, in the space of 5 minutes, the bid's about to be put, and the bid's been rejected.
I like the hard stance we're taking. I love it.
Yeah, fuck it. If Bayern's about, City's about, cool. Wait, I'm chill.
City want Havertz?
Not City.
City are interested as well. That was reported too.
No.
That's
got to be fake news.
Cole Palmer's better than Havertz, bro. Cole Palmer's better than Havertz.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but like Havertz don't start for any of the teams he's linked with.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's fucking
shit.
He's
No, don't say that.
Don't say that,
Lewis.
He can't make City's team. He's under 23.
Yeah, Jacob Steinberg was the guy who reported Man City and Bayern as well.
Okay.
So we rejected a bid from Arsenal. Good.
Apparently.
Well,
bro, Nathan Gisting was a good source within the club as well. He always gets leaks for lineups and everything.
I don't care who gets him as long as we get the most out of him. I don't care where he goes.
Just get the fucking money.
Yeah, Steve, when you guys giving us the money for Gallagher?
Bro, talk to Eddie Howe about that, bro. That's not my transfer commission policy.
Yeah, I don't think he's Brighton. We need him going to Brighton so we can get Caicedo cheaper, man.
Get him to West Ham. Put him in the Europa League, bro.
We're not doing that. Why? Because West Ham, they are just going to be easier to sell Rice to Arsenal now. Sell him to Brighton. Brighton would
it's like a domino effect.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
Give us Caicedo for I don't know what are they looking for like 40 50 I don't know 40 M's on top. Give us 40
M's. 40 50 on top with what you call it. Probably all 60.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just fucking take him. Give us Caicedo, man, and we get out of here.
You know what? We should just do a 2-1 deal. Just say, you know what? You guys got love to cheek as well. We give you both of these players, maybe an extra 10 mil on top.
Take another 10 off, another 10, 15 off. You can have him too.
Trust me.
What are
lots of like Foot Locker? You just pick up like a pair of laces and a crep protect. That's what we should do. Some of these players chuck on a Ruben, an Asby, some of these dons. Aubameyang. Actually, no, Aubameyang. I don't know where
buy a Lukaku, get a Chilwell free.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Buy a Lukaku, get one Chilwell free.
Trust me. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. We give us Caicedo. Everyone's happy, fam. Everyone's happy.
Buy a Pulisic, get a Ziyech half price.
Bro, shout out Pulisic. Shout out Pulisic.
No, he sucks.
You don't suck against Mexico. That's all that matters to me.
He might just have something against Mexicans.
Yeah, I know. Mexico, like I said, they make Everton look like a good possession team. Dead ass, bro.
Get a Malong Star, get Reece James flat price.
I don't know about Reece James, but yeah, the promo's got to be promoing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. How many players?
Everyone's saying check Pies. This is literally what Pies has reported. So there's no point. Pies' latest tweet is this. So we don't.
What do you think the price will be? 60?
Yeah, it'll be around 60. It'll be around 60. So I feel like if this is rejected, this isn't near to 60 then.
What, so 60
with some of these players, or like with basically any of these players, I don't really care what we get. I just want them gone.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying if there's a next bid from Arsenal, just accept it. If it's 65, it's 60. Because you never know. Edu could have a coming to God moment, and he could all of a sudden have a talent ID moment with God or something, and he could just be like, wait, why am I doing this?
Steve, this is the same Edu that signed that side of Pablo Mari.
It's also the same Edu that bought Marquinhos, that winger from Sao Paulo. He was a free agent, but they gave Sao Paulo $3 million for just no reason. So yeah, it is the same bum.
So what, 60 for Havertz? How much for Mount? 50? 60?
Essentially. And then you're looking at what, like 35 mil,
120,
30 mil, maybe, depending on if it's including.
That's 150-ish.
They want 50 for Gallagher, apparently.
Hey, they're funding our transfer window. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't need to empty our pockets. We just recycle the money, and we're good to go.
But people were telling us about FFP.
I think it's because of the amount of players we've got in our squad, and the wages.
That just means you can sell. That's more players to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to sell pretty much 2 for 1, basically, players.
Oh yeah, and also 40 for cover as well. Almost 200. So.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, hopefully we get some of these players off our wage book. But we've got to do it quickly because, to be fair, I think the pre-season is in 3-4 weeks. We're going to get these players out of the way, man. Especially some of these ones. Just clean them out, man.
Yeah, it would be ideal to get that sorted by then, but I'd expect there to be some moves next week, especially with how far we've progressed in a couple of these deals already.
Havertz in a double pivot at the end.
Oh, I will be there. No matter what.
Hey, we could potentially see Jorginho Havertz double pivot, man.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
Fucking, I don't know if Jorginho deserves that.
Hey, he carried Mount and Gallagher at Anfield. He can do the same at Havertz.
It's going to be a glorious transfer window. I can't wait.
Yeah, United are mudded, bruv. No Kim Min Jae and 1 Mason Mount. It is long. It is fucking long. Well, I was going to be on the show at 8 o'clock and I was worried I might miss the Here We Go. I'm glad I know I'm not going to miss one now. So,
how much were they going to spend on Kim Min Jae?
I think he had a release
clause.
How much was it?
There's a release clause.
It's in effect till the end of June, so they got to do it now, or else,
No, yeah, but how much were United going to spend? How much is that release clause?
I think it was like 40 million euros.
It's fine. Just add. Just take 10.
Big swerve in the Kai Havertz situation. Fucking crazy, bro. Also, just for the sake of it, I need to just add. Right, so Kai Havertz is a striker target for Bayern now. For the boss, he's a top feasible alternative to Muani. Tuchel is the main driver. Bayern has informed Chelsea on transfer conditions. Arsenal are still leading the race for now. No target. He wasn't a target in the last few weeks, but Bayern have recently changed their stance on the situation.
Uncle Jester's called it.
Jester's done it at work again. Oh my gosh. He's done it again.
But didn't Bayern pull out a few days ago? Didn't Bayern pull out a few days ago? What happened?
Pause.
They never were answering him.
They tried to pull out like Jizz Hornkamp's parents, but that didn't work out.
Who's Jizz? Whatever you say, Steve.
It's a Dutch striker. His name is Jizz Hornkamp. It's real personal.
I mean, you watch so much football that I'll believe you, but okay.
Bro, he's savage.
Wild name.
It's been verified, brother.
Yeah, we already saw his wiki.
Tuchel, put the coke down, bro. Put the coke down.
Nah, man, Tuchel, man, do God's work. You see, this is why I like this guy, bro. Shut up. But
did you say Uncle Tuchel,
bro? He's uncle now, man. He's uncle now. Look, like, bro, he's going to take Kai Havertz off us.
Nah, but I want Havertz at the Emirates.
Do you know what? That's even better. That means they have to outbid Bayern Munich. That's even better. That's even better for us.
I don't think it's that hard.
I need no, because Havertz will resurrect AFTV for us. I need that.
My God, it will, you know, it will. Nah, the Havertz miss, the misses, bro, the misplaced passes.
I wonder who the hell they're gonna sell. I wonder who Arsenal are gonna try to offload, like Pepe. How the hell are they gonna sell him?
No, they'll sell Balogun for money.
Hey, that's good. Good. Because if I was Balogun, I'd be pretty pissed off if it's like, bro, I'm bagging 20 goals for Stade de Reims on loan in my first full season as a trusted number 9 somewhere else, and then y'all bringing in Havertz. Like, come on, man.
Tell Balogun to put his Champions League medal on the table.
Wait, would you guys take Balogun?
No.
I would.
Actually, what am I kidding? He's better than what we have. What am I talking about?
I mean, I'll take him as a second striker after we get like a big one, like an Osimhen or like a big one that we're looking for, a primary striker. If there's a second one, I'll get him. I don't see why not.
Would you consider? Would you consider?
Sell him for cheap, bro.
Would you consider Kolo Muani big or not yet? Just because it's his first breakout season, even though
I think he's big already.
Wait,
I love.
Is Kolo Muani actually a striker or is he an inside forward?
He's a striker.
So Frankfurt under Glasner, they played like a 3-4-2-1. It was either Kolo Muani. Sometimes he would drift off to mainly the left, and then it would be Jesper Lindstrom, or it would be, it depends because it's like they would just switch up sometimes. Sometimes it would be Rafael Santos Borre, the Colombian guy, that have him up top and play off of Kolo Muani. He's kind of he's not a hybrid. That's stupid. He could play either for me.
He's very versatile.
Physicality, agility, good finisher, bro. I love me Kolo Muani. Shows up in big games.
Much for him, though.
There's what?
They want too much money for him.
Yeah, that's too much for me. But I think his finishing might be the only thing I'm not really sold on.
Yeah,
the World Cup final.
It's not just that. I saw him play a little bit for Frankfurt, and I remember thinking this guy is a problem for defenders, and he does everything right. But I just don't know if his finishing is still a little bit raw for me. It needs a little bit of polishing.
His greatest asset for me is he's a team player because he'll get goals and assists. Like I said, he linked up really well with Daichi Kamada, Lindstrom. The fullback opposite to or on the left was Nauf. The other guy, the Portuguese fullback, I'm bumming on his name.
Yeah, not that guy. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. He played for Braga. Literally.
By the way, just a little update. Jacob Steinberger's reports that Arsenal are pursuing Romeo Lavia as part of the midfield rebuild. So I'm not surprised by this one, honestly. They're not going for Rice and Caicedo, and they're probably going to go for Lavia as an alternative.
They're actually not going to get Rice. Is Rice then going to go to Man City?
Well, no, they're going to go for Rice, but they'll probably go for Lavia with him.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what Big Sam said? That Rice could go City and a player could go the other way.
Calvin Phillips or something.
I mean, Phillips just padded a treble. You might as well just leave.
Yeah.
That could be all. I mean, Phillips was injured a lot this season. It's not like he's actually been bad.
Right. Oh, from what I heard with City fans, he was terrible most of the time he was on the ball, but fair enough.
Yeah, but like...
I'm just going off my here and there.
Injuries and the way City are, it takes a while to adapt.
Yeah, first season, Pep. You'll forget. Yeah, you're right. Big up Adrian saying Kim Min-jae's release clause will be available to be triggered from the 1st of July to the 15th of July. It's time-based. Hard times for United fans. Oh, so Bayern are trying to get them early. Pay a little bit more and secure them out. Smart. Yeah. Very smart.
Yeah, that's what big clubs do, bro. They have a target, and then they go out and get them. They don't faff around. They just go and get the guy they want.
So, Steve, if you want Newcastle to be a big club, get Gallagher.
No,
secure it.
Prime, you're a very, very nice man. I appreciate you a lot, but I'm gonna have to decline.
You want to be a big club, right?
Yeah, I do. I just, you know,
Yeah,
I don't need my players doing coke at the back of Stamford Bridge. I just, you know, that's not my thing.
We'll be doing at the back of St. James.
Did you guys talk
there's
about,
already a lot of coke heads there, so you know.
Did you guys talk about Ugarte, the Sporting president, talking about the deal isn't done with PSG?
It's not being confirmed yet. Yeah.
No, he's saying it hasn't gone through at all. Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah.
That's funny. I hope it don't go through. Fuck you.
Wait, was it not announced by the?
Well, I mean, but something's holding it up. It's not done all the way. He didn't elaborate, but it looks like he said something about there are two clubs that are in for him: PSG, Chelsea. And I think both paid around the same. Ugarte agreed for Chelsea, but then he changed his mind to PSG. But he said it's not done yet, and he said something about he's waiting for them. I don't know. He implied as if Chelsea has paid what they're asking, and PSG haven't. Like they still got to resolve some issues with PSG, and it's not done yet. And he wasn't happy about it. I don't know. It's the way it made it sound, the way it was written.
Plus the whole Mbappe situation. I understand.
Sporting president suggests Chelsea can still sign Manuel Ugarte despite Paris Saint-Germain medical.
That's what I was saying.
Weird.
I'm surprised you guys haven't seen that or talked about it. Just kind of.
Oh no, I've seen it earlier.
There's something there for sure.
No, but I mean, did it not the player was keyed on?
Anyone saying news on pies? Again, same thing here.
Yeah, I mean, Ugarte already agreed with PSG, but if the Sporting president is saying something else.
Actually. Do you know what? Like, I say let's move on, man. And go for Caicedo and then figure out the rest of it afterwards.
Koulibaly wanted by Al Hilal. Oh, that actually makes sense. We did hear that Saudi were interested in him, so I'm guessing that's the club that they want him to go to.
Wait, how much? Because a lot of the players that they got were free. What would they pay for Koulibaly?
Probably about 30 something. What we paid?
Okay,
probably. I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. I've just thought get his wages off the bill.
30 something. I guarantee we can get 30 something for Koulibaly.
If you can snap 40, I'll be mint.
At least what we paid, the Saudis would pay for him.
Well, I mean, there's already 1 year gone of his 4, so if you can recoup at least 75%, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I think how many years left on his contract did he have on Napoli before he came to us?
Why does that matter?
You know why that matters? Because if he had 1 year left in his contract when he was at Napoli and he got 3 years left when he's with us, actually we should be charging more. Believe it or not.
No.
It doesn't matter. It was 1 year, I think. But
that's what Nicholas Jackson looks like.
No,
definitely not. Definitely not.
That's Gabby Vega.
Nico Jackson's Cameroonian.
That's accurate right there.
He's either Senegalese or Mali. I think he's Senegalese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Gabby Vega. His name is right there on the bottom.
Yeah. Lewis, go get the picture with Caicedo, the Italian, getting the award for player of the thing. Look at this fucking
U20.
He got the head of a pit bull.
He's just a big dude, man. He's like 6'2".
And he had like 8 goals and like 4 of them was headers. I'm like, look at the size of this fucking kid. Yo.
Well, it could be a Sergei Milinkovic Savić regen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like look at this.
How's he still at Lazio, by the way?
Look at this kid,
he hasn't had a bigger move.
Jesus Christ! Look at his neck.
Well, because he loves that.
We're talking about necks again, just like last time.
Oh my gosh, we got the minerals reloaded again.
Oh boy!
No, I don't give a fuck whoever's do that. I know what fucking look at that ain't a regular human neck.
That literally looks like
a mount neck picture. So
he's what, 19? Is he 19?
What
20, I think.
That's a Stonehenge person in real life.
Exactly, man. He's not fully developed. Like he looks like when humans looked at like in like 1300 and something. Maybe.
Yes, Jimmy, he's of age. Yes.
Whoa.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
It means like it's not. I mean, he's not. It means he's not. It means he's not pokey dokey territory.
He's got
I
a
knew that. Yeah, I knew he was over 18. I knew he was like. I just didn't know if it was 19 or 18. I knew he was a teenager though. Still,
he's 20.
Yeah, I know.
He's 20 now.
Oh,
okay. Well, that kid is he's a
he's
goal
21 now.
From midfield.
21 now.
Goal scorer from midfield, man. He scores a lot of goals.
Yeah, we did see the buying interest in Havertz. They haven't dropped a bid just yet, but we've rejected Arsenal's first fee. We'll see if they get involved, or it might scare Arsenal into just paying what we want and taking him outright. Hopefully, it does.
You hope it happens.
Yeah, they did that with
I just want him gone. I wouldn't really care less what club he goes to.
Ziad, are you there?
I'm gone.
What?
No, he's muted.
Ziad's gone.
I was gonna ask him a question.
Okay.
No, I don't think he's. I don't think. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that with Rice. No, we did. Arsenal did that with Rice. They bid it 70 M's. Rice West Ham said no, and then now they're lining up a bid for 100 M's. So, yeah, they're victims in the boardroom. When you get to the boardroom or the negotiation room with Arsenal.
Okay, so that means Viagra would be the Havertz replacement, probably a backup 10. Yeah, that makes sense.
Viagra.
Yeah, that Viega. I think his name Gabby
Viega. Gabby Viega. Yeah.
Is that his nickname now, Viagra?
Well, that'll be a slander name if it don't go well for him.
Unlike a certain Dutch striker.
Gabby Viagra, because he can't turn up in the games.
I think a certain horn camp knows a bit about Viagra.
Wow.
You said slander name, Lewis. Hey.
Kind of hope he doesn't join Chelsea, just because that's peak if you don't turn up. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Viagra, he didn't turn up. Man, you got a dud, bro. You got a dud,
bro.
Oh, that's serious.
This place
right. Anything else? Build says currently there's been no contact from Bayern Munich, no talks or negotiations for Havertz. Is there anything else on that? A lot of differing articles. All right, cool. Well, that's probably going to be expected at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be first to a different part of the whole situation.
Madden.
It's a race to be first, man. A race to be first.
It's not even a race to be right. It's a race to be first.
Are we still linked with that that Argentinian under 21 CDM?
I was about to say Manuel Lanzini. Don't ask me why that was the first Argentine I thought of. But
I think he's Argentine.
Who is it? Are you talking Redondo, the Argentina juniors?
Him. Are we still looking at him or linked with him or something?
Probably.
Okay.
I haven't seen enough of him quite yet, but
yeah, I think right now the focus is on the league players. Because I think there's a window open for the league, but I think for international players, not international, but overseas leagues, I think it's open in July 1st.
That's like a low priority. We literally have Casade and Andre Santos. We have to try to integrate around the same age as him. Forget about that guy. He looks
we
good.
got too many young. We got too many young bucks. We need.
No, I just thought I'd ask. He just popping.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I heard he looks like he's kind of like a Busquets regen. If he really was, I would want him, but that's not a priority.
Yeah, we need actual leaders. To be fair, we need grown men. We need leaders. Like we're getting rid of SP.
We got leaders.
Oh.
No,
man. Hey,
I still have Jorginho, Thiago Silva might not be here forever. Asby might not be. Yeah. The thing, this guy backflips.
Even Bakayoko's gone now, sadly.
Old man Silvers.
Bro, we need actual leaders.
Lewis, why are you shaking your head?
It's unnecessary Thiago Silva slander, man.
That wasn't slander. He is old. He's 39.
He is a fine wine. That's what he is.
Hey, well, he can get drunk back in Brazil, mate.
The way he plays, the way Thiago Silva plays here, age is like it's irrelevant in the way he plays because he knows the right positions. He's still physically fit to get into.
Age is just a number. Yeah. All that, bro.
No, man. You're not really like R. Kelly, bro. You can't say that.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. He went R. Kelly vibes.
Back up there we go. Cool.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah, man. Jesus Christ.
I don't know who those people are, but okay.
You don't want to know who R. Kelly is.
How do you not know who R. Kelly is?
I don't really listen to music like that.
You don't have to listen to him. My goodness.
He river dances, bro. He river dances.
Yeah. People don't.
Yeah, like Gisborne Camp and Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you could hear the piss streams, that's all you need to listen to, but not the
what?
Music.
The Pistons.
Right. You need to look. You just need to look him up.
Who's this? Oh yes, bro.
What's good, my brother? How are you?
All good. There's been a lot of news today. Well, what's you guys' thoughts? Wherever you want to start, to be fair.
Free hit.
You go first.
Oh, well, that's the end of the news for today. All right, cool.
I haven't read any of the news today, so I don't know what happened.
Havertz has had a bid rejected by Arsenal for him, but Bayern Munich are going to come in for him as well. Tuchel wants him as another striker. Mason
I reckon
Mount,
they get him, to be honest.
who,
over
Bayern
Arsenal.
or Arsenal?
I think Bayern get him over Arsenal.
I don't know. I think it will depend on who pays the most. Like, if it was a case of not going to rivals, then maybe. But I think Chelsea are just looking to get as much money as possible from this situation. I don't even think they care too much about whether he goes to a rival or not.
So is the bid £55 million?
Did what?
How much is the bid?
Hasn't been put up, but she said Chelsea are looking for around 75 million, which would be including add-ons. So I'm guessing they bid around 50 or something. It is still the opening bid as well, so I wouldn't.
Pounds or euros?
Worry. Pounds.
Okay. Yeah, that's good though. At least we have like a baseline, like floor for his price. So yeah, I'll take 55.
Yeah, that's calm. That I'm not too fussed about the first bid being rejected. I've seen a few people on the timeline annoyed about it, but it's normal. It happens all the time. That's how you open up negotiations, and then they'll probably drop a second bid within the next few days. Maybe sooner if they're that desperate on getting him. But Havertz, I'm so sure he's leaving right now.
Yeah.
Because
me too. There's no doubt about it in my mind that he's leaving.
Yeah. It's not only the fact that it's an opening bid. It's like, look where we are in the transfer window. It's early days and it's their first bid. If this was on deadline day, then
we probably reject less too.
That also tells me there must be other clubs interested still, like Bayern, that they're trying to get ahead of. So I think this is good for us. I think we might even get a bidding possibly. So.
But the reason why I said that, Lewis, is because Bayern pulled out of the Vlahovic race like early last week, and they really, really, really want a striker. And for them, like, to get a German product just seems like the move that they would make. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
if
this is perfect for him.
Like a German starter, like Bayern's gonna want him. Like,
and they don't spend that much money. Vlahovic, Kolomani, they're all going to cost an arm and a leg for them. They don't spend.
It'll be like half the price.
Exactly.
Half the price of Kolomani will be like Havertz, because they want like 100, 120 for Kolomani.
Do you know what? It probably makes sense for them, to be fair. Like, to get Havertz.
That's right.
It's a bit like Man United and Harry Kane. It makes sense, for him to go there and stuff like that.
No, Tuchel's worked with Havertz before. That's where I get the understanding from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Arsenal, that doesn't make sense.
Arsenal does not make sense at all.
It doesn't. Where's he going to play?
I think I heard some Arsenal fans talking about he either would play in like the 10 position where Odegaard's playing at times, or play on the right wing. But both of those, like, I don't know. Like,
no.
I
Apparently,
don't know about that. We've seen what Havertz done on the right wing. It ain't much.
Apparently, Havertz will play left center mid at Arsenal.
Please, I love that.
Yeah, I don't care what he does. He can play.
Please have Kai Havertz, the one protecting Jorginho in transition. Oh, I will do that. Even as a Jorginho fan, I ain't touching that shit.
Oh man,
that midfield is fucking. It's like what's it called? Swiss cheese. That's what it would be like.
And you have Zinchenko at left back inverted. That defense is gonna.
Yeah, that'd be
Zinchenko will
doomed.
be crying again.
They'll be doomed.
Saliba's gonna pick up an injury trying to defend that, man.
Santi JM has announced, as said, Al Hilal's made a first proposal to Koulibaly.
Nice.
So
I
interesting.
mean, those Saudi guys have more money than they know what to do with, so they'll probably end up getting them.
Yeah,
they're the only club I realistically see going in for him. Because
Lewis,
no one
what
else
game
knows
is that
what he
from?
is. Dortmund.
Oh, okay. It looks cold.
Yeah, it was like March.
Shame the player didn't match up with that.
Yeah. To be fair, it was one of his better games. It's one of his better games.
Not much to really choose from.
Oh God, bro! Brentford are apparently on the verge of signing a 6'4", 18-year-old Korean center back named Ji-Soo Kim. God damn it, these guys are gonna get a beast. Oh God, bro, we're gonna have a Kim Min-jae doppelganger on Brentford, and then he's gonna go for 120 M's next summer.
Are Brentford being linked with a striker?
What's with like the sudden urge for Asian players? Like, I feel like it's been like recently enough. Like, there's been a lot of Asian players coming into like the European team.
There's a lot of young up and coming.
There's a lot of talent.
It's an untapped market.
Also, marketability.
We saw what Japan did in the World Cup. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I forgot about that.
Steve,
like
Brentford
Japan,
being
they've
linked
been getting better.
Are Brentford being linked with a striker?
I think they were linked with,
Yeah, they do. They have Kevin Shade. They loaned him out. They brought him in on loan over in January, and they just signed him recently.
Yeah, Shada. I like him,
Yeah.
actually. I think Brentford will be just fine without Tony. I think they'll be just fine because they're not – they might be a one-man show. They might be a one-man show with Ivan Toney, but don't overlook Mbuemo. Don't overlook Mbuemo because –
No, I just – the problem is that like a lot of their game is predicated on how Tony can hold the ball up because they play long ball, and it's so hard to like play that long ball without somebody holding the ball up. I just like, to me, like they're a Crystal Palace without Tony. Like that's the level they're at. Like that's where I see him, like 10th, 11th, 12th. Like that's where I see them being.
Who cares about Brentford? Like they're not going to do anything.
We're just talking.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
they were for Brentford for a striker. I think they were linked with my boys, Strasbourg. They're linked with the striker named Abib Diallo, who scored 16 goals. It makes perfect sense because Abib Diallo plays in the front too at Strasbourg alongside Gamero.
Yeah,
Jork, and for me that is a hold up. Big body. That's what Diallo is.
Yep.
And that makes perfect sense. If they bring him in, that's an Ivan Toney replacement. Easy.
Strasbourg is my go-to FM team every single year, so I know Diallo.
Yeah.
The way
where's Tony going to go, though?
He ain't going anywhere. Tony ain't going to go anywhere.
Nowhere?
What's good?
Nah, he's not going anywhere.
I'm saying the way you speak about and watch football, you could easily bullshit us on a player, and we wouldn't even know.
Bro, I just do my thing, man. There's no girlfriend tax, you know what I'm saying? It's worth it, kind of. You know
Oh shit!
Bro, it was.
It is what it is.
Yeah, when we get those feeder clubs, you'll be doing all that research.
Lewis, you see those Hazard to MLS links?
Oh, yeah, that would be gangster. That would be so gangster. If that happens, I am there. I don't care what team he goes to. I am there.
And Hazard shirts, and we're doing Hazard watch-alongs.
Wait.
For sure.
For Montreal.
I'm going to be in the building.
Wait.
I hope he doesn't go to Montreal. That's the worst team that he could go to. He should be in America, somewhere in America, LAFC or some shit like that.
Two Canadian teams we're looking at, Vancouver and
Not that they're not good. I just don't want to go to Canada.
Run away there. Bro, Montreal is a French-speaking city. That's my MLS team, bro. I rep them hard. That my first ever.
I know you can speak both languages in there.
MLS.
Yeah, Montreal.
Wait,
I mean, his English is good enough to be in. He should be somewhere in LA. The taxes suck. He needs to go to like Vegas or some shit. That's the reason why Messi's in Miami, because he don't got to pay no taxes. He already got enough tax problems.
To be fair, Montreal, we had Nesta, a center back at one point when towards the end of his career, and Drogba, obviously.
Drogba too, yeah.
Wasn't he a coach? Didn't he become coach or something?
What's up?
Nah, he bought a team. He bought a team where I live in Phoenix, and he was like a player manager out here.
Phoenix Rising. Yeah.
I live out in Phoenix, so.
Nice.
Oh, then you should want him to come to like LA or something. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, LA wouldn't be bad. Like I wouldn't mind that. I'm just thinking like
for him
money wise, if he wants to make money, keep his money because in LA he's gonna be taxed like no other.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Toronto has Insigne and Bernadeschi. Like they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been there for years.
Joe, can you try to come out and come back in again because your mic's a little bit laggy.
Who? Me?
Yeah. Your mic's a little bit laggy, bro. Do you want to come out and back in? Bless, bro. Bless.
Insigne's been there for years. It's crazy.
Who?
What?
Lorenzo Insigne.
Insigne. Oh, I haven't heard his name.
Wait, so Fats are to a country that's notorious for chunking. You think that's a good deal?
Typical.
Well, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Can't be bothered.
Like if you're gonna eat bad, you can eat bad anywhere in the world. It's, you know, it's not just America. But yeah,
that's
definitely.
I do feel like I do feel like Hazard probably will come to Montreal. Like I said, it's a French-speaking town. Belgian speak French. I feel like he would come here. To be fair, and obviously Drogba.
That's not a bad shot, to be honest. Like I'm just saying it because I don't want to have to. I have to just only see him in away games, so that's the only thing for me. But I don't mind.
I'm a 4-hour drive from Montreal, bro. I love going up there. One of my favorite cities to go to is Baller, bro. Awesome city.
Yes.
I've only been once. I was a kid. I used to live by Toronto my whole life, pretty much. I lived by the border of Toronto.
Fair enough.
It's crazy how much of Canada is like so close to like the United States, like where most of the people live.
I border Canada.
Yeah. So I assume you're like in the Northeast, Great Lake
New
area?
Hampshire.
Okay.
So I'm like an hour drive from Boston, 4 hours New York down that way, and then up there is Montreal. Yeah.
Yep.
Location wise, it's all right. Got a beach 15 minutes away from me too, so I'm chilling.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could relate to.
What's up?
No, I was just saying I could relate to beaches being in Cali.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
Right, I feel like.
What about that? Has anybody actually watched this Nicholas Jackson dude? Like,
yeah.
I feel like everybody has talked about him, but I feel like nobody's actually watched him.
Steve, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, I should have asked you that earlier, bro. Yeah, Nicholas Jackson, what are you saying?
I like him. He's efficient in front of goal. He's quick, good dribbler. He's lively. He combines really well with Samu Chukwueze off the right or Yeremy Pino. Those guys kind of swap out every once in a while. I like him, man. He's direct, gets to the point. Good dribbler, decent with both feet. Probably should have got a little bit more
hold-up play though. That's the whole thing with it. How does this hold-up play?
Hold-up play wasn't his thing because they would use what's his name, Gerard Moreno for that big guy.
Okay. Yeah. I know Jargon. And then what about this Viega guy too? I don't watch no Spanish soccer. I think the league is bogus personally, but
I haven't watched too much. I didn't watch too much Celta Vigo just because they were like a relegate. I mean, I'd watch Iago Aspas, bro. That guy is a baller for them, to be fair. But yeah, he is good. He is good. I again, another player that just he gets on the ball, drives at the opposition, makes things happen. Sometimes he is super young, so sometimes we'll lose possession in not so great areas, but that can get coached out. He's got like a lot of good fun.
I just read that Ancelotti loves that kid. Like it's like the one kid that he really, really wants for Madrid, but they already got what they already brought Bellingham. Like if it wasn't Bellingham, it was gonna be that kid, I guess.
Yeah, different profile because Viega isn't as tall as Bellingham or as more Bellingham for me is kind of box to box, but yeah, Viega for me is
he's more of like
really,
an
really good dribbler.
right?
Really good dribbler. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, those are both two really promising players. Yeremy Pino's another one that I like at Villarreal a lot. Chukwuezi's just
I thought Chukwuezi's heading to Madrid. I know that. I thought that. I read that after Chukwuezi scored the hat trick on Madrid, he was heading to Madrid.
Wait, Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But that was like during the season. Like it was like
I don't want him going too early. We need him to develop properly, man. Don't go Real Madrid yet.
Latimus Prime always looks out for his fellow Nigerian brothers. Always.
He's a good player, man.
Yeah,
he's quality. He's the player I want from Villarreal, not this Jackson guy. But then again, the way Chelsea are ran, we're gonna ruin him as well.
I just don't know why we would be going for a striker like of that young profile when like we already have two.
It's because Broja's still injured or still recovering, and with the other guy, Fofana, I think it's a thing of Poch wants to assess him in preseason before he makes a decision. But either way, like, we will need a guy. Do you really want to rely on actual Fofana all season?
No. I think you misunderstood. I think you misunderstood the way that I was approaching the question. What the question is why like this Nicholas Jackson individual is
guys
21 maybe?
Yeah.
He's like 21, and like we already have the profile of young, energetic striker like in the building. Like, why do we need another young, energetic striker when we really need like someone who's just known to put balls in the back of the net?
No, I know what you're saying, but I've given you the reason. The profile that these guys want is young, and the thing is, we don't know. Broja is still injured, and Fofana is to be assessed in preseason under Poch.
You're just saying that they just want a young striker, just in general.
Yeah, that's
just what it is. They just want a young striker.
Yeah, because.
Oh, you muted yourself.
Yeah, Prime, you're on mute.
You might want to unmute yourself, Prime.
Oh yeah, no, because if we wanted someone like proven and established who's still young, we could get a Vlahovic or we could get an Osimhen. You know?
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
That's kind of my thoughts of it. Is like, I mean, and even then, right? Like, if we can't get either of them two, I still think we should be looking for someone who's like more experienced. And like the name I just keep on bringing up is Mitrovic personally, but I just think that that's the kind of striker that I wouldn't mind having as like that striker to build the other two while we're going. And I feel like he's like very much in the same mold as Broja was when like Mitrovic was Broja when he was growing up, like the same kind of striker, both of them. So I just feel like it's a good fit personally, but I don't know.
That's not a bad shout because also very close to, probably for him moving wise, he wouldn't have to move, where he lives or anything like that.
And it wouldn't be like I don't think that they would want more than like 50 million for him probably. And I feel like that's what we're going to end up spending on like a Jackson or even like a Jonathan David.
Yes,
John. The other two are just The other two is
Yeah,
like
it's weird though because I feel like I want a Mitrovic type experience, but I also do want like an Osimhen, like young striker.
I mean,
that is
I wouldn't
clinical.
mind Osimhen, but I just don't know. Like ADL is just he's a prick, bro. Like there's no other way of describing ADL other than he's just a prick, and he's gonna get his 100 to 120 no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally, OCM is the dream in my opinion. Like that's like what I would love to have personally. But if I'm being realist, if I'm being like more of a realist with us not having Champions League football, like I just see Mitrovic putting 20 goals in with our team easy. Like not even
it's something I can see.
blinking and putting 20 goals in.
Joe, I love the shout for Jonathan David. I bang the drum. Latimus Prime knows this. I bang the drum for Jonathan David all the time. I think, like, honestly, bro, the guy finally has, developed some consistency goal scoring because in previous seasons at Lille, he would be kind of mixed in and around with Burak Yilmaz. There's another striker there.
Well, I think he's grown into his body. I think that's the big thing that's really happened with him is like you think now that he's like 23, 24-ish, he's like really, really gotten that man body rather than just like he's still a kid body, and he can actually push people off of them. And hey, he's 2-footed, can score with both feet. Like
you think he's ready for the big clubs?
I think he'll get a big move. He'll get a big move, Jonathan David.
You want to know something? You want to know something that I've been saying for a little bit actually is if Arsenal had David instead of Jesus, they probably would have won the league this year. Like that's just my personal opinion. Like I truly believe that kid is that good, and he just needs the service to be as good
I disagree with us, but like I look from what I've seen of him. He doesn't seem like a real striker. He's like you mentioned at Arsenal with Jesus. That would be perfect because Arsenal don't play with a real 9.
Yeah, but this kid can finish. That's my entire.
No, I know. There's no. I know, and false 9s can't finish. But like, I don't think he's a real striker. I don't think him with his back to goal and challenging center backs and stuff. I don't think he can actually do that.
Yeah, and I agree with Prime on this because we have Nkunku coming in, and I expect him to be doing more of like what David
doing. Yeah,
he's a false 9 that could finish.
I think David would do well playing in that 10 and like the Dele Alli role, but we haven't Nkunku to do that. So
I don't see him as a 10. I just the way that I mean he's more of like
a second striker.
I don't know. Every time I've ever like
last
watched him.
2 points, so go wrap up. I'll go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Never mind.
Nah, but Joe, me and you are on that Jonathan David hype train. Completely agreed. Love what I see from the guy. Honestly, good player.
Better than Balogun.
No, I didn't say I don't like him. I think he's good, but like you said, Arsenal would be a good fit in that false 9. But
yeah, sorry guys to interrupt. I do have to just head out.
No, you're good.
It's your turn, brother.
Anyway. Big up my guys anyway, though. It's been a great stream. If anything happens, we'll be back live again from like probably 9:30, 10 or something like that. But depends. I don't think there's gonna be
send out a link if you're gonna have people on.
Oh yeah, defo. Same. You're in the group chat, right?
Yeah. You got me last time.
Cool. Yeah, link will be in there. All right, so guys, we're gonna raid Big Six Bants. They're live, so we'll raid them. And yeah, big up everybody. Like, subscribe, and up the Chels.